So, quick overview of the previous sessions, very quick. You all met in Saltmarsh, a small fishing village on the south coast of the Keerland Kingdom. The village, built around fishing and community, has a more underground side of smuggling as well. Some of you were there to rekindle old friendships, some of you just passing. Your day was interrupted by the washing up of a body. You and said body were bundled together to explore a haunted house on the outskirts of a village. You found the remains of a long-dead alchemist and a more active smuggling operation led by Captain Sambalay. You removed the smuggling problem from the house, and the Council of Saltmarsh, pleased with your work, sent you to investigate and stop the seaward side of the operation. You successfully boarded the ship and dispatched or captured the crew. It was on this ship that you had your first interaction with the lizard folk, who seemed to be smuggling a large amount of weapons. Upon refusing to help them, they turned on you, and again you sent them to their maker. You also found an imprisoned sea elf, Oceanus, who reinforced the idea that weapons were being transported.
Oceanus.
And from now on, he'll be called Oceanus. You sailed the ship back to Saltmarsh and briefly met with Gellin before taking your rest in the Snapping Line Inn. Some other side notes: Ozzy got a pseudo dragon.
Hell yeah, I did.
Pseudo dragon.
Scarrick. And
Please stop calling it pseudo.
I'll just call it mini dragon.
Pseudo. It's a pseudo dragon.
It is pseudo, isn't it? Yeah. It starts with a P. Goddammit.
Yeah, that's pseudonym.
Yeah, I know. All right, Scarrick and
A pseudo
Picard
dragon.
both had interesting dreams.
They definitely don't mean anything.
Fire and one to do with water. I think that's that's the brief overview.
You haven't mentioned the beaver problem.
There's also a beaver problem established by the characters that I'm sure they will eventually settle at some point.
We all know what the big bad endgame boss is. It's a giant beaver.
The were-beaver.
Always a giant beaver. So, you awake. It is the 19th day of planting. At this point, it is mid-afternoon to early evening. And you come into the main hall, the main area of the Snapping Line. You are served a small selection of food by Hannah, who also informs you that Gellin has paid the tab for the week's food and board that he offered to pay for you.
This is the next morning, right? Or have we slept in a little bit?
Everything happened in the 18th night because you went out on the moon, the new moon. So you've sort of come back early morning, maybe like 2, 3, and then sort of just slept until late afternoon. So you can all have a long rest.
Got you. Oh yeah, long rest.
Oh yeah, long rest.
So you awake. Hannah greets you, brings you some of the afternoon food.
Morning, Hannah.
Morning?
It's not the morning.
Well,
trick got you.
Yes, you have. And she explains that Gellin paid for the week's food and board.
What was it? What was the damage?
Oh, I wouldn't like to say. He just footed the bill.
Come on, Paul. What was the damage?
To be honest, I think I lost track, so I just put on a few.
That's fair.
Few golds on the end.
I like your style. Speaking of style, stars. Afternoon.
Afternoon, Ozzy. How's that dragon?
Her name is Ellie, and she is mighty fine this morning.
That's a nice name for a dragon, I suppose.
It is indeed.
Morning, boys. I see you're in good form this morning.
Scarrig. How's your head?
It's a wee bit touchy, but not too bad.
Good. Paul,
Mm-hmm.
This dragon,
Mm-hmm.
Are you controlling the dragon?
No. You control him. He's yours.
Her?
Well, she's yours.
But what I mean is, like, do I decide everything? Like, am I her personality? Like, or are you as the DM controlling her personality, so to speak? Or
I think it's a general, like, mini dragon. It's snappy, fiery, likes to eat meat.
I just
doesn't
didn't know
like
who was going to
strangers,
be like describing what she was
because
doing
it's.
and
I
things.
think if you describe what she does, and how, because I presume you're not going to have her out all the time. You're probably just going to have her on your person at some points and then put her away when you do stuff.
Where can I
Like,
put
I don't
her?
know what.
Where can I put a dragon?
I don't know. Don't know. It's up to you, dude.
I was
She's
just
bonding with
gonna
you.
have her like wrap around my neck like a shawl.
Most of the time, we'll say for
It's arrow
brevity.
protection.
Well,
Yeah.
I just mean, I just asking, like, is it going to be like Matt Mercer with with Fern's
Yeah,
monkey
I can
thing?
fill in bits if you want as we go.
Because
If
otherwise, it
there's
might be a bit
anything like,
game breaking if I can like completely control it. That's, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, as in, is he going to be able to be like, oh, and then it goes into the door and steals the whatever for us?
Yeah,
and
do you know
comes
what I mean?
back
It might be better
out
if
with
I
you.
think
dinosaur stuff.
you ask what you want it to do. So
Okay.
if you want, like, you have a communication with it, and if you
Yeah.
want it to like do something, you ask it, and then I'll
Okay.
act it out what it does.
Cool.
But in like this isn't like a familiar or anything. It's just
No. It
a
says like
dragon that's bonded with you.
I can like communicate with it telepathically, and I
Yeah,
can
it
see
can do that.
I can see through its eyes and stuff if I've bonded with it, but
Yeah.
Ooh.
but I can't control it per se. It's like it has
Yeah,
its own
it has
free will.
it's its own entity. Yeah.
Cool. All right,
And
just
another
checking.
clarification point: when we were doing Picard's dream last time, obviously Picard doesn't sleep, so it was more of as Picard was staring out
A
the
waking
window
dream.
or into a wall.
Daydreaming.
Yeah, the eyes just sort of
Yeah.
glazed over, and you got this thing.
That's how I interpreted it, anyway.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Hannah also informs you that the council are gathered, and they'd like you to join them as soon as you are fed.
I guess
The afternoon is yours.
we should head over to the council, sort out this mess with the boat.
Right. Is everyone finished?
Yep, let's go.
Packard stares at a full plate of food and gets up.
You're still not hungry, Mr. Picard.
Yep.
Not today, no. It's no changes, Ozzy. But if anything does change, you'll be the first to know.
That's fair.
So, you head onto the next building along, which is the council house, which you know well now. And as you enter the council hall, you see.
Oh, Paul,
Council.
sorry.
Go on.
There was something I forgot and I've just remembered. Before I went to sleep,
Mhm.
can I check that brass box? Sorry.
Yes, of course you can. The brass box, eh?
Just in case it was important,
The
and
old
I need
brass
to know what was
All
in
hell
it.
breaks loose.
Do you remember which room you found it in?
Nope. It was under. I think it was under a bed.
It was under a bed, yeah. I think it was the major's quarters. Yep,
I'm sorry.
that's all right. I've got it. Yeah, was it the? I think it was that chest. Do you remember getting a scroll?
I don't think I got a scroll. Someone did, but I'm sure I must have been on my own.
Oh, it was a locked iron box. And you found it in the bosun's cabin, I think.
Because I pocketed it, so I must have been on my own. I don't know.
Yeah,
Because Ozzy's not a team player, he
I
doesn't
think
share.
we got it.
I am most definitely a team player.
Is
I
this why
know
the
that-
band split up?
Hmm?
Is that why the band split up? Because you was trying to pocket everything for yourself?
You don't know anything about the history of my band.
I'm going to say it was.
How many brass
This
boxes were there?
I think when we get back on the boat, I think we should search it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who says we're getting back on the boat? It's like theirs now.
It's our boat. We
Why would
definitely
we
get.
have any reason to get back on the boat?
I got the key.
I think it was this.
You're all just assuming it's our boat.
So we'll say for argument's sake that you managed to open it over the course of the evening. Like, it was locked, but after a bit of time just working on it and maybe passing it around the pie, you managed to
What?
open it.
You hadn't shared it.
Oh, you haven't shared it yet. Some time working on it yourself. In fact, roll then, if you're just working on it yourself.
God damn it.
Under the table, stealth check.
Make a dexterity roll, because you don't have thieves' tools, so it'll
I
just be
just
straight
wanted
dex.
something for myself. That was nearly a natural 20, but it wasn't. It was an 8.
An 8.
For dexterity,
Mm,
plus 3, 11.
11. After
You've
working
got a
it
locked
for
brass box.
considerable time, you give up, as
Oh, god damn it.
you don't have the skills to open it.
God damn it. Alright, let's pocket it for another time.
But I'll put a
Styles has got the skills.
tab in it so that we remember. Okay.
Well, if that was the case, I would have come downstairs in the morning and I'd be like, Styles, I forgot. I got
Alright
this
then.
brass box and I can't open it. See if your
What do you mean
dainty
you
little
forgot?
fingers can have a go.
What do you mean you forgot? How can you forget you picked up a box?
Well, I don't know. Like Picard forgot to tell me he found some boots.
Right, let's have a look then. So what do you want me to roll, Paul?
So you're using the
The
thieves'
muted
tools, so
one
you roll
wasn't
your
enough.
dex, plus your modifier, plus your proficiency.
Do I have any spells that could get in this? Thunderwave.
The 20 with the dex. What else did you say? Sorry.
Plus
your
20 on the
proficiency.
dex, plus your proficiency.
Be a plus 3?
The
Plus
20
2?
20. 22.
22. Inside the box, I found it now, is 500 silver pieces.
Oh, it's quite a big box. What's inside, Styles? I'm like trying to look over the lid. What's inside? What's inside? What do you find?
It's full of silver.
Oh, that looks about 500.
So that would be
50 gold.
125 each, I believe.
50 gold. 12.5 gold each. Yeah, just dish out the
Is
gold.
that right?
If that's right.
Dish out in silver if you want, and you've got some.
Ah,
exchange.
god damn it. Silver's a shit colour. What was it? 120 silver
One-
each.
125 silver each.
125 silver. Cool. Cool. Sorry.
So, after opening the brass box, which was in the smallest piece of text in the entire manual,
It felt
after opening that and
important.
sharing out the money, you move to the council hall. So as you enter the council hall, you see the council arranged around the main table. On one of the corners on the audience bench is Oceanus. Everywhere else is empty, but the talk has turned heated. Anders is stood with hands on the table, shouting to Ida, "This is an act of war." Ida, equally heated, although holding composure better, replies, "I will not bring battle into my town." And as she sees you enter and turns to greet you, Oh, you have awoken. Thank you for coming. Please come, sit." And she gestures for you to move to the front of the hall and sit in front of them. As you move forward, Gellin looks across, and his sort of just placid face turns to this brimming smile from ear to ear when he sees you come in.
Afternoon, Mr. Gallon.
Good afternoon.
And
Stop. Everybody just stop. It's unbelievable. They bloody did it. I told you.
would you expect any less?
Eleander, the gold, please. And you see Eleander begrudgingly reach into his pocket and throw across 2 gold pieces. I told you they'd do it. Galen pockets them.
Yeah,
Come on, tell
Leander.
us.
I stare at Leander down in the eyes. Yeah, Leander. Why would you doubt us?
You have yet to show your skills, but it seems you maybe do have some.
Yeah, I can also
And-
take a kick in the balls pretty well too.
Debatable. Anyway, You've,
Sorry,
I turned
did
to
Ozzy
I turned to
tell us that?
Picard. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to say to Leander, it's like, it's easy to jump people in the night when you've, what was it, 3-on-1, I believe?
this is not what we're discussing today. There's more important matters.
I turned to Picard and whisper in his ear. He kicks like a pansy.
Are you
Like
doing it
I'd laugh.
subtly?
Kind of. I'm like sort of half whispering it. He'd have to be like intently listening if he was.
But Picard's laughter is rock.
Yeah.
The council sort of look from
Like a
each other,
pansy.
and Galen says, "Well, please tell us how you managed this feat. I've had the ship looked over by the men, and it appears everything's there. All the goods. Splendid.
Yeah, it was quite a lot of stuff being smuggled. That reminds me." And I turn to Manistrad.
Mm-hmm.
You missing any mining equipment?
Yes. I can't remember what her voice was. We'll go for this.
I think she was a pissed
Yeah.
off Irish one.
Same as all the others. How
Generic
strange.
NPC voice.
Wasn't she a bit Irish, wasn't there?
Maybe she was. I can't remember. It's been a long
Maybe I
time since
thought.
she
No,
was.
that was the tavern woman. The tavern wench.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, Galen's showed me the goods, and it's good to have them back. Well, if I'm honest, there's been a few things going missing, and this was one of them. And
But what I don't understand is why we were supposed to be taking these off the ship to bring onto the land. So why will we be bringing mining equipment back into Saltmarsh? Have I got that right?
what do you mean?
Well, we were due to collect the smuggled goods off of the ship, and this was a part of the smuggled goods.
They must have robbed one of our cargo ships, bringing the equipment here. Things go missing from all across the land. We don't only get goods by road, you know.
So we don't think this was an order.
An order of what? What are you trying to say?
I don't fucking know. I'm trying to work things out. I just found some mining equipment on there, and I thought it was curious.
And I said bloody thank you, didn't I? She sort of crosses her arms and sits back down, looking around the rest of them.
No, settle down, settle down. I think there's no confusion about that. He's just figuring it out. So basically, we stormed the boat. So there was some unfortunate deaths. We captured some people, and there turned out to be some lizard folk in the hold. It turns out they were trying to purchase weapons for their homeland. And when we decided to tell them that we were going to bring it to you, the council, they decided to attack us because we wouldn't take it to their homeland.
And they look around, there's a bit of muttering and thinking. Anders stands up again. This is what we've been discussing. We see this. Hang on, I'm going to have to go. One sec. Can you just talk to Manistrad? Where we're up to?
So I just explained what had actually happened on the boat.
That's it.
Oh yeah, the lizard
Anders.
folk.
So Anders steps up to the table. This is an act of war. My mother used to tell me stories. Lizard folks, and he looks around the room at this point, eating human babies, stealing people. I can't think of anything worse than a creature that would kill a baby.
Aye, like the royal family.
If there
Lizard
Wow.
dogs eating babies.
Killing babies, eh? That does sound despicable.
He looks around and says,
Well, they weren't
If this
particularly
is-
friendly.
"See, they confirmed it."
Well,
And
I mean,
I slam my hand down and say, I will not stand for this racism! They are a misunderstood race, and they were slightly startled by our murderous presence, and they acted, to protect themselves and each other.
well,
These stories of eating babies, nonsense, I
well,
say.
does anyone actually
Who
know?
hasn't eaten a baby here and enjoyed the taste? No, I don't say that last bit.
yeah.
Do any of you people know who these lizard folk were? Have you come across these lizard folk before, or is it just stories made up to scare children?
Ida steps forward. As I was explaining before, we don't have enough information yet to confirm this. There's too much threat, too much risk to the town. If we start a war against these people, who knows what they have? If they're smuggling weapons, how long have they been doing it?
I wonder if they're in
And-
league with the beavers.
Eleander looks across. The beavers?
Yeah, the beavers. Remember at the
Don't mind
house.
him.
Have you looked into that
remember
yet?
the beavers. Don't listen. It's fine.
Have you looked into that yet?
He says, my men found no beavers, I tell you. Ah,
Slippery little
jeez.
buggers.
Listen,
Ah, slippery.
Ida's right. We need someone to go and scout out the location. We can't just start a war. We don't have enough men.
Well,
Where is this location?
this looks like a job for the Mr. Men and their new boat, the Sea Ghost.
They sort of look around and Anders says, a new boat? You think you get to keep that ship?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was discussed that we got to keep anything that didn't have the crest of the realm on it as payment for our services. And this boat, as far as I could see, doesn't have the crest of the realm on it. And we could use it to aid you and your quest to fight the the lizard folk.
If you need us to investigate threats coming from across the waters, then surely we must have an adequate vessel to do so. And that vessel, the Sea Ghost, is a fantastic vessel to do so. Would
Okay.
you not agree?
We're going to need a ballista on it as well.
Oh yeah,
Dylan.
I want a ballista on the front. That'd
A
be
ram,
really cool.
a ramrod.
He wants a ramrod.
Yep.
Gellin says, listen, all this talk of boats and war and trekking to explore, what about the festival? And he sort of looks around the table like arms shrugged, and Eleander just looks at him and says, God damn it, Gellin, we said no festivals when there could be potential war on the horizon. How many times do I have to tell you?
Hey, it's always a good time for a festival. It can boost morale, if anything.
Now,
Listen,
everyone just calm down, right? We still aren't being paid for the last job we did. So, we get the boat and the cost of all the other items on it.
Wait, did we get
except for the
paid?
King's Crest.
I'm sure we got paid.
We didn't get paid for the job, did we? Because they've just unloaded the...
yeah, you haven't
just
been
left
paid
him
yet.
to do the cargo.
Oh, right, yeah, the one we just done. Yeah, that's why I was
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
the boat was payment. Yeah, go on.
It's
No,
like
that was also gold payment that they agreed.
the manning tools, they didn't have the King's Crest on them, so they're technically ours.
At this, Manistrad just like slams her fist against the table and looks at you, and then she does.
Sorry, they did.
Yeah.
They were in a crate that had the crest on.
Yeah, they were thinking. Eleander just looks her in the eye, like deadpan, shoots her down, and he looks to you and he says, I am spokesperson for the King's army, and I know currently the Navy has enough seagoing vessels. I see no harm in these people keeping the ship. However, you must agree that you are loyal to the Crown, and you must agree to serve should you be asked. Is that something you can agree to?
Should huddle.
Aye.
That's it. What do we think? What do we think, boys?
Agreeing to it.
We could just say it and then not do anything.
Are we huddled? Huddle, group huddle.
You can
Mr.
huddle, yeah.
Mr. Men huddle. Mr. Men huddle.
So So,
Don't think
my
I agree
chaps,
to
what
this,
do you think?
Mr. Man.
Scary.
Malarkey.
What? That's our
I've
name.
done my, I've done my
Don't-
duty for
I
king
don't
and
like it.
country.
Well, you come up with something better
Right.
and let me know.
So it's a nay from
Right,
Mr.
okay.
Styles.
So what are we huddling for now?
Ah,
we're
well, Scary, you've served the crown anyway, right? You fought in wars for
Right.
them and all that
Aye.
bullshit. So
So you
you're
can do
in.
it again.
Yeah, you can do it again.
Yeah.
And Mr. Piker, you don't know where your allegiance is like, 'cause you don't remember shit. And Styles, well, you could just fucking lie out your ass.
Mm.
And me, I don't give a shit. I just want a boat. So let's do it.
Well, it sounds like
Right.
we are in agreement.
I'm not swearing. I'm not swearing to it.
You don't
I'm
have
a
to
free
swear.
man and I stand
Just
here
kneel.
be a free man.
I turn and I say, we agree to the terms and gladly accept the Sea Ghost as a vessel.
Very well.
We'll sign the documents at a later date. Don't worry about it.
I also feel you should stay as a group until this threat is gone.
We are
I
Mr.
am.
Man.
And he looks around and says, I am concerned about war. However, I hope we can avoid that at all costs.
So why have we just jumped from meeting a random small bunch of lizard folk into full-blown war? Isn't that just a bit of a hasty jump there?
Ida steps up again and says, people transporting weapons for their own kind can only mean one thing. They're either defending themselves or they're planning an attack.
Has there been any
We-
word of unrest in the area where the cross was marked?
We don't know. The whole marches are not a place we tend to strive. They're semi-lawless and not the safest place to travel. We don't tend to send our people that way. However, if Eliander has said that the king does not need a boat, then I see no reason in you having it. Perhaps Galen could dock it for you. And Galen looks across again, this huge smile. Of course, of course. I have a spare dock anyway. You may as well stay there. And I can find your crew, if you should need it. You will need a crew, you know. Yes, yes.
Well, I
there
think
is-
we handled the sailing of that boat quite well.
I say, no, Mr. Oz, we definitely need a crew of your finest seafaring gentlemen.
And
Seaman.
that
ladies.
can deliver. How about this? I give you my dock for free. When I find the crew, you pay what they need. And as a small condition, if I need to transport goods across the realm, be it by sea or land, perhaps you could protect some of those goods from time to time. Does that sound like we have a deal?
Like a very fair arrangement. Let me huddle with the boys.
Don't think we need to huddle on it.
Mr.
Okay.
Manhuddle, Mr. Manhuddle,
It's fine.
Mr.
Come on
Manhuddle.
in.
No.
Come on,
don't call
come
me-
on,
No.
come on.
No.
Get it.
That's agreeable, chaps.
I think it's fine.
I
think
like
it's
the
fine. I'm
terms.
sure
We
everyone
definitely need a crew. If Ozzy hadn't have
Oh, yeah.
got them to help
Can
us last time,
anybody
the
else
remains of
be
the last
asked
crew
to
would
go
have
and
never
find
got it.
crew?
Well, that's it. This man's going to do
We
a
can
lot
learn.
of the heavy
Exactly.
lifting for us, and I appreciate
Let
that.
him do it. I'll get a free dock and a possible fun mission
Oh, yeah.
occasionally.
Oh, you all
Yeah.
of a sudden seem excited to get on the high seas. I thought you
Yeah,
didn't like the
you
sea.
know. What, oh shit! I forgot. It's the sea.
Yeah, I mean it's
He
going
did
on.
say land as well.
It's not land shit.
Inland.
Yeah, but we have to get to the
Yeah.
land by crossing the sea. You'll get used to it. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too much. You hurt your head.
I could drink.
You could definitely drink.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Huh.
So yeah.
Mr.
Aye.
Man, out.
Huddle.
Okay.
No.
We we agree to those terms, Mr. Gallon. You are very, very generous. I just have one more thing to add to the conditions, if that is okay.
Of course. Go ahead.
Can it also be, while it's in the dock, can it also be a brothel?
He sort of, his eyes raise for a second, and he looks around and he's like, I don't see why not.
Ah, that's my Gellin. I love this guy.
And like, Ida just turns to him slightly and is like, the fuck?
I'm just going to
he's
turn.
Anyway.
Don't worry about him.
I turned to
He's
Scarrick and I was just like, I was joking, but he bought it.
The council goes quiet for a second. Now Eleander steps forward and says, so, you have a boat.
You might be able to get your balls kicked in if
Now-
we turn it into a brothel. Eh?
Oh,
He pulls a pouch from one side of the table and pushes it across towards you. This is the payment for the last job. 400 gold. And also for the goods on board, 500 gold. So 900 in total.
Whoa. That's a lot of gold.
How about we make
This-
that a nice 1,000? You know,
How about I make it
for how
800?
easy we made it for you.
I can always take the ship back.
no, we like the ship.
We like Scarrick.
Should-
What's got into
should
you?
we The payment is acceptable. I will speak
Good.
on behalf of the Mr. Men. We accept.
Then, if Ida agrees, and she sort of nods towards him, we would like you to investigate these littered folk. Would that be something you'd be willing to do?
I believe we certainly can. There's no harm in learning more about these gentle creatures.
I believe we can. Where does Mr. Anus come into all of this? I look over.
He steps forward at this
Shane.
point, and he begins to talk, which is obviously understood by Styles. And you also see Eleander. He sort of locks into it. You can tell he understands his language as well, Elvish. He basically says, "We have discussed my position on this before these people arrived. I would like to go with them. I was sent by my clan to find out what is going on. I know weapons have been moving for longer than just this journey, and I'm a good fighter. Now I'm rested, I will be able to hold my own. If it is acceptable by you, I would like to join your party as we find out what these lizard folk are doing."
Mr. Anus, are you the one pushing these rumors of war?
I am not. I am purely a third party in this. I want to protect my home. That is
I
all.
think we could only benefit from having Mr. Anus of the Seaman tribe aboard. His seafaring knowledge would be very
Well,
valuable.
this is good. He is part of the Seaman tribe, and we are the Mr. Men tribe, so it's like works very well.
Then I will travel with you. Eleander, then you will search. I know you may not take too kindly to this next thing I'm going to say, however, you'll be best to go by land. The lizard
That
folk are
sounds
expecting a delivery by sea, and they'll know the ship.
Wait.
So they will see you coming. To make the most sort of fair observation, you need to go unseen. You need to travel through the marshes.
Well, the marshes sound quite difficult.
So we didn't need
Ida
the boat
says-
after all of that.
We always need the boat.
The boat is yours to keep and do
That's
as
not
you
com-
will when you wish, but for
Complain, we
this,
just got a boat.
I do not think
Boat's
the
nothing.
sea is the right direction. And Gellin says, yes, and it will take me time to get this crew and do any work that needs to be done. I need to strip out the rooms, get some delicate carpets, some fine wine stocked in the cellar, you know.
Pop a
It's-
ballista
it's-
on the bow.
It's our boat.
Yes,
Leave
yes,
it as it
yes.
is.
What?
It works.
But-
Right, but maybe you could put a
These
wee
people were
little-
slobs. I've been round it.
Oh yeah, but
Did you see they shit in a bucket?
Mr. Styles, he can. I just like sort of putting him like Mr. Styles. Mr. Gellin's got a lot of money. He can add a bit of a flamboyant style to the boat. It'd be nice.
Let
It'd be nice.
me, how do you say it? Pimp your ride?
These people are already working on it. You know, if there's a wee forge somehow in there, that would possibly make me a bit more comfortable at water.
A forge on a boat?
Forge on a
Right,
boat?
just a wee thermal. You know, make sure it's nicely
That
padded.
sounds like a
Be
recipe for
careful.
disaster.
Mr.
Oh, yeah,
Scarrick,
wee forge.
you
Sparks.
do know
Scarrick,
boats are made
sparks
of
flying
wood.
on a boat.
Right, but I was thinking you could, use some sort of water tanks surrounding it to thermally insulate.
What a magnificent mind. And
Come
one
up
that
with
will
something.
definitely be
I'll
able to
figure
do
it
that
out.
yourself. Yes. That is not something I will partake in. However, the plan is settled then. You will travel across the marshes. You will investigate the lizard folk. You will come back and we will have the bloody festival. And there's sort of a
Yeah.
grumble around the thing.
Uh,
Ida says,
Indeed, this is the plan.
you should see Winston in Winston's stores. He has experience in the marshes and he will be able to help you.
who's this Winston? Do we know him?
You haven't been there yet. I mean, you'll have been to the general store a couple of times, maybe. Scarrick, probably more. He's the owner of the general store, a halfling man. The others won't have met him, I don't think. You haven't been yet.
And what about payment for this next adventure?
Payment. Yes. You will be paid. Let's say 100 gold each again. For information.
That sounds reasonable.
Just for a little
Yes.
walk. How far away is the marshes? How many days travel?
Winston will be able to give you a more accurate portrayal. He has spent time there, as I said. Anders, as this is thinking, you see him just boiling in his seat. And as everything comes to a close, he just says, and you'll see, when you get there, they're not people we want to parley with. Good luck with your lives.
Tell me, Anders.
Yes.
Have you encountered these lizard folk before, or is it just stories you've heard?
No, but my mother is a worldly woman. Was a worldly woman. Till she passed, and she would never lie to me.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah.
See if he's being truthful. 13.
Yeah. What he said is true. Doesn't seem to be lying, he believes it, so.
Right.
Very well. It is settled. You should perhaps leave at first light, maybe speak to Winston this afternoon. I would not travel the marshes at night.
No rest for the wicked.
And
Hey,
Manisha
Eleander,
looks across and she says, "You've been resting all bloody morning."
We got
Aye,
back
but we were
pretty
fighting
late,
all
you know.
night for you.
I haven't even had time to wash the blood off my face.
Oh, I thought that was your skin.
Hey, Eleander, have you ever been to the swamps before?
My men have patrolled it. We've had a few excursions in when we've been chasing bandits, but we don't stray too far.
I look
the
down.
marsh do the
I look
work.
down at his peg leg. You're a liar. You ain't been chasing anyone. And I turn and walk out.
He sort of just looks at you as you turn.
I
Says nothing.
apologise for him.
Very well. Council dismissed. And he bangs a gavel
Seen
on
you.
the table. So you leave the council hall into the now early dusk. The sun is beginning to set.
Well, holy
Oceanus
shit! Oh, God.
Comes with you. You can thingy.
Well, holy shit! We were only going to get ourselves a boat, and that James said it was going to be hard.
Who is that,
Who's
James?
James?
I don't know. It's just someone from a dream I had.
Who full
Indeed.
us out?
Indeed, we do.
Oceanus. He comes up to you, Stars, and says, I hope you don't mind me using you to communicate to the others. I know they don't understand me.
No,
I-
I'll do my best. No worries.
Ms.
I will
Raines,
not
we're
get
gonna
in
have
the
to
way.
teach you common.
And he says, Carmen.
That's right, common. Common.
He's a
common.
fast learner.
Way
He
you
says to
say it's
Styles,
way you say it's weird.
I'm sorry, but some languages are just lesser than others. You don't understand, he's just speaking Elvish. Mr. Styles, would you mind if I stayed on your vessel? I have no dwelling here.
Yeah, I'll. You may. At that, I just turn to Ozzy and just says, Ozzy, he's still waiting for that song you was going to perform to him, remember? You let your fan down last night because you said you was too tired.
I feel like you are not being very sincere, Styles.
That's what the man asks for.
Nope, I am not a performing monkey. I will play when I want to play. And right now, I want to have a drink to celebrate my new boat. To the pub.
Our new boat, Mr. Ozzy.
Well, this is a good point, actually. Every vessel needs a captain. I think we should maybe let democracy decide and put a vote as to who should be the captain of this vessel. Not
think
necessarily the
that's-
captain of the gang, but the captain of the vessel.
I think that's a terrible idea, and I will just decide for us that I will be the captain with Mr. Styles' supervision because
Well-
I do not remember how to sail.
This is a very good point. Although you do seem like a seafaring chap, you don't remember shit. Whereas
It'll come back
Styles,
to me.
Mr. Styles, on the other hand, I
will
believe
be-
you would be a most suitable captain for this vessel.
How about this, gentlemen? How about
would
I retain the title and rank of captain, but Mr. Styles does all the all the work.
Okay, I got a better idea.
All-
How
all the
about
bits.
how about you keep the hat and
Mm.
Styles stays captain?
Can't really have a hat without being captain, I'm afraid, Mr. Ozzy. Look, he can captain
Oh,
by
okay.
proxy. He
Oh,
can be
okay.
my proxy.
I turn to Styles and the Scary. So Picard is the captain. We all agree.
I agree, but what's wrong with the eye, Ozzy?
I got a little something in it. Don't know.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad we came to that agreement. Mr. Styles will be an excellent number one.
Agreed. Picard is captain.
Right.
And he
Right.
skips away. He skips away down the street.
Wow.
Oh, this is a good day.
There's a
That went really
second
well.
gay character.
You negotiated that really well there, Ozzy. Well done.
I don't really feel like I had to do a lot, but you know, it makes sense that if they want us to be their little errand boys, that we need some sort of transport. So it's in their interest.
Should we
Our
go
mate
speak
is,
to
Mr. Picard.
should we go speak to Gellin and see how we got on with unloading all the cargo?
It could be
Really?
it could be interesting to speak to him outside of the council's influence.
We also need to plan and prepare for our excursion into the swamp. I imagine it will be damp.
Oh, you're back.
Yes, I stopped skipping and I did a full lap around the tree. Came back. I'm actually, as I'm skipping, I'm saying this. So I think it would be pertinent if we planned our next stages, don't you think, fellas?
Yep, that's right. Did they want us to leave? Did they want us to leave? Did they want us to leave in the morning? To like tomorrow?
They want you to go ASAP, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but they
But they
said
didn't
don't
want it to
travel
go
at
at
night.
night.
Yeah.
How much gold each do we have?
Oh yeah, it was 900
So
divided
you're
by
given
4,
900 by the council, yeah.
which for those
Uh,
of us who aren't very good at
225.
maths,
225,
225.
innit? Yeah.
Okay.
Is it worth popping to the artifact woman? Has anyone got enough for that sort of stuff?
I mean, I'm getting a healthy supply of gold. We've
Does
also
it
got
take
some gold in
time for it to
the
come
bag of
in?
holding as well. But we need to go
Yeah,
see.
we've got two thingies, haven't we? Two. We shared them out, but we've got two electrum ingots
Ingots.
just in reserve. We can use that for a kitty for the boat.
Yeah.
Just keep them ingots in as ingots,
Yeah.
because
Mr.
it'll be
Paycard,
interesting to see what you can pay for with that.
Mr. Paycard, you know a lot about boats, don't you? You're
Uh,
as our captain.
of course, Mr. Styles.
Well,
I couldn't be a captain if I didn't.
The most trusted person on a boat is the purser who looks after the money in the stores. If it weren't for the
Indeed.
purser, the ship could never sail.
Absolutely. You are very correct, number one.
I think you would make an excellent purser. You could look after the money. You'd be in charge of everything, what we did and what we bought. But I could do the sailing of the ship.
That's very kind and generous of you to say, Mr. Styles. I agree. I am probably the most responsible of the lot of us.
I mean, any
But I will be
captain.
very busy with captain duties.
Well,
So,
I mean, any captain worth his salt, lets the minions do the work for him, and he just basically
Of
just
course.
takes a backseat and just
I will
overlooks it
have a
all.
nice chair on the
Yeah,
top deck.
yeah,
where I
yeah.
will
And
oversee.
and Styles can do all the dirty work, like the sailing and the bossing people around, and you
Well,
can
of
just
course,
check.
he will steer, obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
He will use all the correct terms and lexicon,
Yeah.
and he will generally be my right hand.
Because you
my
ain't
left-
you say
got a
this,
left. Yeah.
As you say this, Picard, you remember the term bosun that just pops into your head?
Bosun,
And you remember that the bosun is the person who sort of keeps up the crew morale and delegates orders to the crew, like for second to the captain.
I say, a bosun. Yes, that is a term I know. A bosun is an important part, keeping up morale and looking after the other things that Paul said.
So
So yes,
That's James and Paul.
who are these people?
A giant hand comes down from the sky. It's me.
yes, indeed. It's all coming back to me now. I'm 100% up to speed with sailing.
Right.
Now let us prepare for our adventure.
Well, we need to go to
land.
the what was the name of the person they gave us?
Winston's stores.
Winston.
Now, you've seen the storehouse on the way out of the town. It's to the... Let me get my bearings on this map. East. So the road you took out, like the cliff road that led up to the haunted house, it's just there before you reach the temple. It's a large wooden building. Simple design. The front of it just battered by salt. You see some of the wood, some of the large pillars that hold up the roof, corroded with that sort of woodwormish esque texture of sea salt battering into it over the time. When you get there, you see a hand painted sign above the door that says Winston's Stores, and there's a warm light coming from inside.
Okay. I'll head on in.
Well, this looks like the place, fellas.
As you enter, you see a large, spacious store with... Let me just check there's nothing extra special in it. A giant penis in the middle. Yeah. A giant, fairly spacious space. It's a single story sort of shop, but you see from the outside there is a second story which you presume would be living. There is large shelves lining the walls and some like stands in the middle holding a mixture of goods, all sort of gear that you would expect to see for general adventuring, sea travel, fisherman's gear, simple rods, and that sort of thing. There's a large counter that runs along the back, and behind it stood what you can see would be your eye level, but you can tell from the stature of this man, he's a halfling male, so he must be stood on something behind that. His long dark hair that falls over his shoulders and down onto the shoulders of a shopkeeper's overcoat. This coat is sort of tarnished and white, patches of sort of not quite food, but just general grease and wear and tear from the shop have been stained onto it. Underneath the white-ish coat is a dark tunic and trousers. And as you enter the store, you hear a little tinkle of a bell, and he smiles. And you see in the warm light from the lanterns a glint of a gold tooth. Good day to you. How may I help?
To you. We've just come from the council. We're just.
Scarrick, how's it going, my friend?
Oh, I know you. Not too bad, not too bad. Yourself, Winston?
Winston, that's it.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Haven't seen you in some time.
Well, keeping busy, but possibly going over to the marshes soon. So,
The
wondering
marshes,
if
you
you had
say?
any sort of equipment that we might need or suggestions.
Ah, what takes you over there, might I ask?
Well, just doing a bit of stretching our legs. We've all become friends recently, and turns out we're a bit of a adventuring folk. We all fancy going out, so
It's
just gonna go.
top secret council business. I hope you understand.
Right. Top secret council business.
I lean
just-
in and I say, we're trying to
Kind of
defeat
fucked me over
racism.
there, didn't you, Ozzy?
Ah, defeat
Never looked like a
racism,
right
eh?
prick.
I've experienced some of that before, a man of my stature.
We're off to go save some babies.
Saving babies. In the marsh, eh? Dangerous place, you know.
We got a boat.
I've heard tales of bad things happening to babies in marshes.
I don't think you're going to need
There's
a
these
boat.
people called vampire fuckers once, and it's horrible, the story.
That's the wrong campaign, my friend.
Listen, if the council have sent you in there, then it's a good job they sent you to me first.
I just take a
from the
look
path.
around.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's It's difficult when we're not in person. Just like looking around, is there anyone of interest or note in the shop? Anyone like either suspicious or
empty at
just
this
interesting?
time.
Or okay.
It's like it's just him behind the thing, and he looked
Okay.
like he was just like either cashing up for the evening or just running some books. Because at this point, it's beginning. It looks like the store would have been shut in a couple of hours or something. So,
Okay.
like it's quite late now because you were up late afternoon.
Mhm.
So it's just
Sorry.
you in there. If you stray too far from the path, you're likely to fall into deep pools of water or sinking sand. And then there's the bandits, the raiders. Good place to hide for people like that. I've heard tales as well, even seen some myself. Toad folk, lizard folk,
Beaver folk.
living out there. Never seen any beavers myself.
Yeah,
Bit too wet for 'em.
they're very shifty, slimy. You won't necessarily see them.
Beavers build dams in water.
Yeah, but it's a different
This is
sort
a
of water
different
out there.
part of wet
It's
marsh.
mud.
They need running water, Mr. Styles, for their dams.
Listen,
Oh, you seem to know a lot about beavers. It's a shame you don't know anything about ships.
It came back to me. Bosun's, beavers. I know all.
it's going
I know
through the
all the
bees.
B words.
Next up, we seeds. Listen, another thing you want to be careful of: swarms of insects. They just breed underwater, and the amount of nights I couldn't get any rest was because of the swarms. You've got to be prepared for that.
You have a map or anything to show our way through the
Yes.
swamps?
Yeah, I've got maps. Yeah. And just one moment. He goes behind the desk and through a small door in the back, and you hear some clattering and rustling behind. And he comes back, his arms full of these like large scrolls which come up almost like past his head with a stature. And he bangs them onto the table, stretches them out, and you see a large expanse of coastline similar to what you've seen before. And on the coastline you see the beginning of the marshes, and then some are like more blown up areas. And on each of these maps are like traced lines that you see twist and turn, and sort of some go back on themselves and then go back round. These are the safe paths that I mapped myself. This is the way that you can go where you won't sink and you won't get stuck. You'll need this if you're going to be travelling through there.
So I want to stick to the path.
You have a destination in mind?
Yes, well, not destination, but we're hoping to avoid the lizard folk. So if you could tell us where they are, so we could avoid it, that would be
Well,
great.
I'd pull out the map, which I assume we still have, with the X
Yeah,
on
I
it.
think you took it, didn't you? Yeah, you didn't leave it in the ship.
And I pull it out and I like try and line it up with the map that he's just provided with us, and see where
Yeah.
it sort of corresponds. And I like pointing it out to him.
He moves it round and twists it slightly, and after a short time, he manages to line them up. Oh, I see. Right.
Have you been there before?
And he puts a point on one of his maps, which is here.
Lizard folk lair. Ominous.
This is from you. You're writing. He doesn't write that. It
Okay.
says here. This would be where it lies on my map.
Can we change it
There's a
to
river.
beaver folk lair?
There's a
On the
code.
Dunwater River. Yes, I'd say
Water.
Dunwater. Dunwater River.
Dunwater River.
Lots of dams up there. God's sake, beavers. Fucking beavers. Yeah, it's doable. I'd say probably 12 hours trek. It's not that far. It's just you got to go careful. You got to go slow. Make sure you're on the paths.
I can do slow.
So
Yeah, good.
you're the expert of this swamp area, is that right?
Well, I've spent time there, yes.
And have you ever come across any lizard-looking folk?
I have. I've seen them. Nothing. No relevance to this point. But I've seen patrols. I've seen some hunting and things like that. But
In
I've
your
kept my distance.
experience, are they
What-
friendly
Were
folk?
they hostile?
I kept my distance. A solo man out there against 2 or 3 of them, they don't look pleasant to encounter with. So I took my chances and stayed quiet. I never had to fight them.
Did you see any dead babies?
No, I didn't. Dead men, dead bandits, people who strayed too far, but no babies.
That fucking Anders is a fool.
Would you be willing to guide us?
Oh, young Anders, eh?
Yeah.
Looks like we might be in agreement.
Yeah, I think the man's a fool. Well, I'll say the man,
Ever
the
since-
boy.
The boy he is. Ever since his mother died, it's just power's gone to his head.
He needs
Too
another.
young, really.
He needs another tit to suck on.
That he does. But you better be careful, because he has power. Not
Yeah.
everyone would like you saying that.
I don't seem to be getting on with most of the fucking council apart from Gellin. Gellin, on the other hand, is a good guy.
Yeah, seems good, yeah. Does a lot for the town, you know.
Yeah.
Often brings out special foods and some of the stuff I've never even tasted before.
Did you try the
Fine
weird
pink
fruit
meat.
things? The weird fruit
No.
things. Oh, that
I
was
haven't
good.
tried that yet.
Aye, the chorus fruit.
I'll keep my eye out if he comes around town again. If he dishes any food out, let me know, yeah?
Sure. And as
So-
Ms. Styles asked, are you going to be escorting us, do you think?
Oh no, I won't be going back there, thanks. No, I've got this store to run now. Quiet life for me.
Who would pay you?
Yeah, I'm all right.
1,000 gold.
Like I say, it's
Winston, I also failed to mention we have a ship. I'm assuming a man with a store like this will have things that need delivering or picking up. We could further down the coast than everyone else. We could bring it ashore here, away from the tax office in the town.
It's also a brothel.
It's not a brothel.
I see where you're going with this, but listen, I don't want to be rude. I just want to play my cards on the table. I've spent a lot of time in that marsh, and I ain't going back. I've got my store, I've got my trade, and that's it. I'll help you. I'll give you these maps, and you can purchase anything you want from my store, but I ain't going back.
That's fine. The man's clearly a scaredy cat.
That's right.
No,
You call me
that's
what you
fine.
want.
No.
Anything
Oh,
you'd recommend
guys.
us taking? Anything you would advise to take into the market?
What do you have with you?
Well, the usual,
I
stuff
got my
like
guitar. I got my bongos.
Dragon?
How good are your boots? And he sort of peers over the table and looks at your feet.
the best.
Pike guy just got a new pair.
They're going to get wrecked,
My
Ah.
God, no!
but they should keep your feet dry.
Good.
I think spare socks. It's always a good one.
Right. And you say to watch out for the toad people?
Yeah, there's creatures in there. Just general creatures. Keep
Right.
your wits about you. Always camp with a fire if you can. You got the gear to make a fire?
So
Aye.
we want to have a fire and light up our location.
Well, we could be smart
Keep
about
some of the
it.
things away.
Right.
A lot of the stuff in there is animalistic. Not like us, not all there.
Well, like Picard. He ain't all there.
Well, I did hear about his arm.
Excuse me, Mr. Ozzy.
Ah, I'm just telling like it is. You're missing stuff in your head, and you're missing an arm. You're not all there. It's just
You have
facts.
rope?
It's
Very
very
well.
true.
Carry on.
He says you have rope and equipment to pull somebody out if somebody gets stuck.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Right.
I think I got 50-foot rope. Been using it to tie up everybody.
You've fucking cutting some of that rope off, then.
Do you have any? You wouldn't happen to have any special items of any sort?
It's fairly normal stuff here, I'm afraid. Just the basics. Let me have a look. Sort of peers around the shop as you look around.
I take some ration packs, I suppose, as well.
Yeah, food I have.
Yes.
Simple.
I don't know, like 2 for everyone, just in case.
Yeah, sure.
That's 5 silver each, so 8 packs. 40 silver.
I'll put in 10 silver.
Right, I'll put in 10.
How much was it, sorry?
10
10
silver
silver
each.
each.
How many
Okay.
packs do we get for that?
2 packs each.
2 packs each. Not that I've been adjusting it, to be honest, anyway. But
No,
it's-
I just
hey.
realised I had 1,
Yeah.
so I was like, I should probably 10. Oh no, I have 10. 12 now.
Okay.
Do have one of these, and he sort of turns around and goes to the back.
I'll take it.
And what looks to be just another pillar in the corner with some weird decoration, he actually pulls something out, and he struggles to sort of navigate it round and bend it and just twist it. And on the desk, which sticks out the end, a 10-foot pole of just simple wood. 5 copper for this. Might come in handy though.
A 10-foot pole.
Yes, that's it. Yes.
Is that one of Eliander's legs?
I like this one. I like it when you come to town, Ozzy. Do make me
Yeah.
laugh.
Are you trying to just sell us a 10-foot wooden pole?
Yes,
No,
that is
nothing
what I said.
special. Oh, you mean for the swamp? Aye.
Yes, for the swamp. Yeah.
Aye, to poke around or to help if you're stuck.
Yeah, if you want to see how
Aye,
deep
good
something
idea.
is.
We'll take
You want it?
I'm
Aye.
concerned about the transportation of a 10-foot.
Well, I'll chuck it
wooden
on the
pole.
floor if I can't
Oh,
carry
will
it.
it not go into Mr. Styles' special bag?
Oh, very good idea.
I don't think it's big enough.
You want
Uh,
the
But
long
isn't it
way,
like Mary
'cause it'll
Poppins'
fit through
bag,
the
so it just
hole.
goes
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the size of it?
Oh
I
yeah,
thought it
what's
was.
what's
is
the
it-
Yeah, but
diff on it?
how
Does it have
girthy
dimension?
is the
No,
pole?
no, but does it have a
No,
dimension?
the pole's
pocket
small,
that
but
it's going
sometimes
into?
it's like the bag's
Yeah,
restrained
like
to like
sometimes it's a
15 to
5 by
15
5
or
pole,
5 to
yeah.
5.
As
So
long as
then it'd just be always sticking out at 5 foot out of the back.
Yeah, because if you remember
It's
in
not better than
Critical
Karen.
Role, I think you put the sword in, the hilt stuck out the bottom, didn't it? Because it was a two-handed greatsword.
Is it? Sorry, do I have to be looking at something?
yeah, you've got
If
the
you look
Well,
at your
that's
bag of
dimensions
holding
somewhere,
and
I
click on
guess.
it,
bag of holding, 4 foot deep,
so you could put it in, but 6 foot
64,
be sticking out the
64
front.
cubic. The bag can hold up to 500 pounds, not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet.
What's 64 divided 64 root of 64? Because that'll be the dimension, won't it? I'll just put on my scientific calculator. 8. It's 8 feet deep by 8 feet wide
Okay.
by
The-
8 feet.
So it'd be
I'm
sticking
Oh no,
out
says
cubic.
2 foot.
One sec.
And but it says 4 foot deep on mine.
Yeah, but I think that's
Bag-
just like the actual bag itself, like the outside of the bag.
The picture don't look like
No, don't know.
If it says, we'll go with 64 cubic feet.
How
Uh,
deep
Just
is
just-
bag of?
the cube.
Oh no,
bag.
it is 4. Sorry, yeah, 4 by 4 by 4.
Yeah, but
64
So it'd be
cube
sticking
root is
6 foot
4.
out of the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be sticking 6 foot out
It'd
the
be
back.
like having a person stood on top of you if you really want that.
Can't we just cut a tree down and a branch off it or something?
Hey, we could do that as well, but this way we've got one ready when we're
Listen,
hiking. I'll take
if you
it. I'll
don't
carry
want it, you want
I'll
it?
carry it.
Right.
For 5 fucking copper, I'd take it.
Perfect. I tell you what,
I've only got
I'll give
one
you it for
copper.
4 copper.
you're way too fucking tiny to carry a 10-foot pole. It's like 5 times the size of you.
Listen,
Well, I
you might not
hit
need it. It's
myself as
fine.
well.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Nice.
Is there anything else that you want?
Yeah, we're gonna need them pants.
Yeah. Good one, Ozzy.
Ha! Right, I'm off.
Come on in. I'm
Do you
locking up.
happen to have a wee skin of something strong to drink?
I don't really trade in alcohol.
Gonna have some of
Oh,
mine,
we'll
Skyrick.
get something.
Let me just have a look. He again goes into the back and you
Wonder
hear
if
more
we actually
rummaging.
have to track
As-
down.
as
not
he's-
like-
As he's gone in the back, looking for like the skin or whatever, I just like walk back up to Skyrick. You seem to be drinking a lot there, Skyrick.
No, I was thinking for the boat. I might need something to settle the nerves.
I get you.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
So
Garrick,
maybe
we'll be
a
having
nice little
barrels.
skin that can always keep topped up for ship times, Not too much, just enough to help me
He
not
comes
think about
back.
dying in a screaming agony underwater.
He comes back with a makeshift sort of. It's mainly leather. The skin is like an animal bladder, but then it does have like a little bit of wood to sort of give it a bit of structure. I have this if you'd like to try. And he
Right, here's
pops
a
the
swig.
top and try it.
What is it?
It's very strong. It's one of those spirits where you can tell it's homemade, and it doesn't have the finety of a whiskey or a brandy where it's been aged in a barrel. This is just straight, strong spirit that almost evaporates off the tongue.
I took like a shot. How pissed am I from it? Is it one of those that
It's-
like it hits you like fucking hell?
Yeah,
or
it's
is
one of
it
them
just
ones
a
where it's sort
slow
of your mouth goes numb as you drink it, and you get that little bit of lightheadedness from the shot.
one? Oh, hey, lad. That's pretty good stuff. I'll take it. How much?
Yes, some of the wives use it for cleaning, but you can't drink it; it won't do any harm. Just 1 silver,
Hey, done.
thank you. And if you need a top up, I've got another batch going now. All right, perfect.
No, I wouldn't do laughing.
Anything else?
Don't know. Did anyone else think of anything else you need?
Nope.
Right
Think
then.
we're good, Winston. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Winston.
Best of luck to you then, and hope it all goes well.
Thank you very much, Winston.
Good night.
I leave a signed autograph on his desk as I walk out.
Do you look to see what he does?
No, I assume he
You just
he smiles with joy.
Drives it away like it's the usual shit. This is a
I hold back, wait for Ozzy to leave, and then I just swipe the signed photograph
He sort of
Picture.
looks at you like,
and just put it into my coat.
all right.
So is it like shut up time for shops now? Are you saying?
Yeah, it's at this point the sun's beginning to set on the horizon, and it's the taverns and inns are open, but most of the shops are closed.
What do we think, boys? Are we sorry, just to confirm, are we leaving
Yeah,
tonight
I-
or first
I
light?
couldn't remember. Are we meeting
First light.
someone or are we just going?
It's up
Just
to you.
going, I think. Yeah, but didn't they say
Um,
not to go in the at night or
well,
something?
They did say not to go at night, but it's up to you.
Right.
How
You
about,
know, it's 12 hours now.
I'm
Oh,
feeling
okay.
like a stroll, boys, and a wee camp outside. How about we set off now, have a little swig on the way, slowly get close to the marshes, camp up, and then go through in the morning?
I
Yeah,
agree with Mr. Scarrick. I think that is the most efficient way of
It's a good
spending our
night.
time.
Well, is the
I
weather?
would
Well,
like
Just
to
for the
dip
smoke.
into see Gellin and just check the ship secure and just make sure he sorted all the other little bits out.
Well, we
Aye,
can
we could pop in.
pop in on the way out. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, everyone got everything they need. Other than that, then
Yeah, I think we're good.
right.
Well,
To get on.
actually, well, yeah, there's one more thing I'd like to do. But yeah, go on then.
Are you swinging past Gallons first?
Yeah.
So you swing back through the town past Gallons. At this point, you've maybe been gone 30 to 40 minutes, maybe an hour or so. And you can see the lights in Gallons are on. As you knock on the door, the young maid comes to the door, escorts you in, and again makes you wait in the hall for a moment while she goes to get her master. At this point, he comes out one of the ground floor doors. Hello, friends, come. I was just eating. Would you like a plate?
Are we actually going to get one this time, though?
Of course, it's on the table. Come on.
Are we
And
up?
he
Can't march
leads
without
you across-
an empty stomach.
leads you across the hall to one of the doors on the right, and it leads to a large dining area. The table is exquisitely laid with champagne glasses, china plates, silver knives and forks. And you notice that although that it's laid for about 12 people, Gellin just sits at the head with his plate full and a small platter in front of it. Come, sit, please. And he sort of clicks his fingers, and a male servant, I guess you could call it, stood nearby. Serve them up some food, please.
Oh, well, you know me. I couldn't have turned down some scran.
The waiter comes across and carves into this large, what looks to be a boar of some sort on the table, surrounded by vegetables and gravies and stuff. And he carves some meat onto plates and serves up some of the
Galen,
vegetables.
were
and
you
brings it around.
expecting anyone?
No, but when you've got the money, why not buy the bloody food, eh? It's only the
Wow.
best for me.
Fuck me.
Looks like you're maybe celebrating something, Gellin.
Well, the return of my fellow men, hey? My 4 boys. That's you.
Yeah.
I
I'm-
think I prefer Mr. Men to 4 boys.
Well, whatever you call yourselves. Absolutely splendid
We've
job.
not officially decided yet.
I
think
like
we're
Mr. Men.
definitely called Mr. Men.
I'm pretty sure, and as the captain, I do decree, with Mr. One's approval, that we are the Mr. Men.
Oh, and you're numbering yourselves now. There's a Mr. 1, Mr. 2, Mr.
No,
3,
there
and
is
Mr.
no.
4.
There's just captain, and
Right.
then number 1. And that's all.
Number 1.
That's all the
Splendid.
numbers we need.
Agreed. Agreed.
Except have too
Please,
many.
have some wine.
I only
And
turned
he-
twice. I start
There's a
drinking.
large crystal sort of what's it called?
Canter.
Decanter. That's it. In the center, full of like a reddish liquid, and he pours it into glasses. A toast to the Mr. Men with 2 numbers for their jolly return, their new ship, and their new adventure.
Here, here.
Swigs his glass.
Right. Join.
And what brings you by?
I was just wondering if how you got on unloading the ship and
Oh, very
checking all
well.
the stock
Very
out.
well. I was pleased all the king's goods were there, and I have made sure that he's been notified, and they're going to be transported across the realm in the next couple of days.
See
I don't.
any
go on.
bonuses?
You know, we discussed that, but when I saw the goods, I was like, these are fairly numbered and organized. I've just sent the lot.
Insight check.
Yeah,
That
go
what
on.
you do to check his lying?
Yeah, yeah.
Smart.
10.
10. Looks to be telling the truth. Yeah, so I just sent all the stuff. Like, now we have got this. This could be an enterprise, you see. As you know, my business is transporting goods across sea and land. Now I have you. You could help me from time to time. It would be like a boy's adventure again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be coming. But of course you could go with my men and take some things here and there, and I will pay you, of course.
Scarrick.
Of course.
Scarrick.
Yes.
Can you pass the ball?
I'm not done with it yet.
Fuck.
Hold on. And I start just like.
Hurry up,
eating
you're
from
you're
the
hogging it.
ball
Huh.
rather than, like taking from it.
Hogging it. Splendid. Now tell me, what do you think of this lizard folk stuff, eh? That old Anders, he was pissing his pants like a baby.
It seemed alright to me at first, but it's just an unfortunate situation with the whole demanding us take them to their
Yes.
homeland. They
When
wouldn't
he-
wait.
When he mentions Anders, I like zone in on him and like become a bit more serious.
Hmm.
Yeah, he didn't seem to like him, did he?
No, and who's to say they're not friendly? This is
Right.
the first I've heard of them, of course, but never met the fellows.
Exactly.
Who knows? Reputations can be wrong, hey?
Can't judge a book
Accusations
by
can
its
be wrong.
can't judge a book by its cover. Is that right?
No, you should at least read the back page.
I
You're
like
this.
very, very wise.
Aye, that's where the reviews are.
Exactly. I've written a few myself, you know. Not books, just reviews. Yes. Yellum Primewater says, bloody good. That's all you need.
5-star.
Or
Ah.
shit if it's the other way.
Yeah,
I've read some
yeah.
shit books in my time. Anyway, we're going off track. So the lizard folk. Yes, I'm not sure, but I don't think it's us they want, you know?
Well, they talked about what did they call it? The horned something or the
Horny?
no, they talked
Who's
about
horny?
the bad people they want to kill.
The bad
They
people are
They
horny.
named them, but I
Oh,
can't,
they had a
I can't
name.
remember.
Oh, did they? I
Aye.
can't remember. We would remember. It was only yesterday.
It was something like horn, the horned
Was it
one, or
perhaps
the
Sea devils?
Sea
sea
devil.
devil. That's it. Aye, they said the sea devil. Do you know what that is?
Devils.
Yeah, that's right. They did.
Hmm.
Forgot about that.
No, but that would lead me to believe it's not us. We live on land.
Aye, that's what
Well,
I was thinking. Some
what
sea
would they
threat.
want with what would they want with the good people of Saltmarsh anyway?
I don't know. I
Aye.
don't know. But all I know is
mean-
war is bad for business. And anyway, who's this chap you've brought along? And he points, and you see Oceanus, who's been following you around,
Oh shit! I forgot you were
just
here.
come in and yeah,
Aye,
me too.
I forgot this Mr. Innes. Aye,
Mr. Anus. Hello, pleased to meet you. And he sort of like speaks back in Aquan, and he goes, "What?
Yeah, it's the thing. He doesn't speak common. We're trying to teach him.
Oh, hello. I am Gellin." And Oceanus says to you, Styles, "Who is this man? And why does he speak like a fool?"
He's
It's that word
friends
again.
of Ozzy, and they always they just ignore them. There's people.
Very well. Welcome to my house. These boys are good. Stay with them. And he sort of nods and just, again, his general persona is quiet
Do
and
I have
reserved.
to? I have to. Sorry, I have to translate that for it.
Yeah, because you speak.
Yeah.
He's speaking Elvish to you, and you have to
Yeah,
translate it into common.
So I say, he's glad you're here and hopes you enjoyed the town. And would you like anything to eat or drink?
I am okay. I will eat when we get back to the ship.
Hey,
But
Gellin.
please thank him.
Hey, Gellin.
Yes, yes.
Do you smoke?
Do I? What you got?
Right.
Scarrick?
I've got some nice stuff from the homeland if you want to have a puff on this smoke. This
Oh,
pipe.
Splendid. I've never seen one
It's a
like this before.
lovely pipe, isn't it?
He
Aye.
takes it and sort of ruffles. He's in a similar sort of dress robe to what he was wearing last time he came. This one's slightly different. Instead of like the white and black sort of ostrich pattern collar, this one is a deep sort of maroon collar and a lighter maroon body with a gold tie around the middle. And he sort of shuffles it up a bit, and you see there's sort of silk pajamas underneath. He takes it, and on the table is a small silver stand. On one side is a barrel, and on the left-hand side is a monkey. And that's like at the back, and at the front there's this big tray, and you see he pushes the arm on the monkey, and as he does, out of the barrel pops a small match, and he takes the match out, strikes it on the tray,
He does smoke.
and lights the pipe. Very good.
It's lovely,
Very
isn't it?
good.
Smooth.
And he continues to smoke.
Smooth.
Now, as I said, I don't believe these lizard folk are going to be all that bad, but you be the judge. That's why we're sending you.
Mm.
We trust you, see?
Aye, well, we'll get close enough, but obviously not antagonise them and
Is
see what we see. You know,
Yes.
if
is
we
it that
can
you
talk
trust
to them.
us, or are we expendable?
What do you mean? I would never expend anybody's life. The council may think different, but, I have a say in things. We're not ones to false promise. We've always paid.
Mr. Gellin does speak the truth. He is a man of his word, at least in my experience.
That's I am.
My friend, Mr. Styles, means no offence, Mr. Gellin. He, obviously,
No,
this is a treacherous,
I understand. I
treacherous
understand.
business.
People have been betrayed in the past. Me sometimes as well, And as he's breathing, the smoke's just sort of collecting around the table and spreading around the glasses and thinking. Oh, yes, yes. Well, is it a bit smoky in here? Should I open the window?
No.
It's not too much for you.
It's a nice social smoke. I enjoy it.
Oh,
You,
good.
you enjoy it.
Right.
It's called hotboxing.
Well,
Yeah. So, what sort of your plans are you on the crew? Are you thinking of hiring? Yeah. Local or?
Well, we have the mission here, where the seafaring folk go to pick up work and things like that. Oh, costs. We should discuss costs. Listen, do you have a pen and paper? I can get you one if not.
Aye.
Aye.
You have note
Hold
making.
on, I've got my little notepad.
I have a standard sort of range of people that I'd use. Only good quality, of course. I don't want to send you out there with someone who doesn't know his bloody starboard from his bow.
I
Listen,
just look at
what-
Picard at
What
this
I
point.
think you mean.
Yeah.
Picard's eyes dart around like that meme of that.
It's
Of that.
sort of blows the smoke out his face. Pardon? Anyway, prices. So, title: to run a ship for a week. Take note. Take note. Captain, a key part to the ship. 14 gold.
Hang on, we got a captain.
Oh, well, make note in case you lose yours.
Yes, Mick. Wait.
First mate, 14 gold.
Sorry, what was the captain?
14 gold pieces.
This is
First
a-
mate, 14 gold pieces.
This is a week.
For the week, yes, for the week, yes. Bosun, 14 gold pieces.
I see a trend here.
Quartermaster,
Let me guess.
go on.
12 gold pieces.
Nope, 14.
Right, that's
14 gold pieces. Surgeon, a vital person. You get a bloody cannonball in your leg, you're buggered, because they don't even bloody exist. 14 gold pieces. Cook, 14 gold pieces.
Are they all 14? Did I really need to make notes? Is there any that are not 14 gold pieces?
Aussie. I can tell you I don't do business often.
Not
A
really.
crew of 10 men.
140.
14 gold pieces.
Oh,
No,
right.
14. See, this is why you need to take note, boy.
I've lost my way already. I got to surgeon.
Food for the week,
Chef.
70 gold pieces.
Wait,
No, it's the supplies for the boat.
Oh
you
my
don't want to
God.
get bloody scurvy.
I lost my way.
Listen, I'll give you the total. 1 week's travel with full crew is 168 gold pieces for a week. 1 week's travel, like I said. With that, if you want to know nautical miles, I'll tell you the land ones. You can travel 120 miles per day for a total of 840 miles in 7 days. It's a good bloody way, if you ask me. For a good bloody price.
How many miles a day?
I agree.
120 miles a day. And as it comes to the end of this, and you begin to finish writing, the smoke begins to sort of coil around. And he watches it and he's like, wow, I've never seen this before. And as he says that, it coils and turns, and you start to see pillars sort of spiraling up like backwards tornadoes going from thick to thin. And there's one in the center that begins, and then more around it. And the one in the center begins to make form, and it's Gellin. It starts from his feet, and you see his bare feet moving up his bare shins to his knees and up his body. And as it gets to his head, you see he's completely naked, except for a crown on his head. And as he sees this, he's like, bloody hell, can you see this? And as he says that, the other columns begin to morph, and you see more feet. These ones more slender, petite, going up fine legs, into curved hips, in to sets of bosoms around him with arms. And then the hair, the smoke like flows like waterfalls off these girls' hair. He's surrounded by 6, 7 women, and he stood in the center with this crown on his head. And as
That's
he looks,
his most heroic moment.
as he looks at the scene, he's like, wait 1 bloody minute. And this smile begins to come across his face. And the girls, you see them, they sort of begin to slowly move in towards him as he stood with his hands on his hips, stomach sticking out proud. And all of a sudden, the female smoke just bashes into him and merges into this huge smoke eruption that just curls off the ceiling and rolls down like a mushroom cloud. And he goes, what a bloody night that was.
Good memory, huh?
I'm
Well,
sorry. Yes, well, that'll be what it costs. Oh, your pipe. I think I'm done.
I don't remember you ever being on tour with us, Gellin.
It's the night you don't remember that are the best, I tell you.
Aye.
So, that's the price for a ship.
Well, thank you very much.
Anything else you
That's, a lot of information. No, I think that's good. We were thinking about getting on the road.
I'd just like to put it out there. I mean, so you're saying that a week's a week cost of a crew to take the boat out is 168 gold pieces. I would like to assume that if we're doing council business, that might be reimbursable, at least a percentage of it.
I'd like to say that, but I do have to be honest with you, Ozzy. This council's coffers are running low. They've paid you a lot.
I look round at the
And-
table, like the bar and everything, like, right, running
And-
low.
Yes, the council coffers, my friend.
Right.
I will always pay for my missions, but I fear they may need to raise funds to pay for your services, especially if you're so bloody good.
Yeah.
Listen,
So we should be worse then.
and he moves over and puts his hand on your shoulder, Ozzy. He says, "Trust me, Ozzy. I see into your future, and I can see there'll be a day you won't worry about 168 gold pieces for a week's travel. What's gold, you'll say?
Right.
Anyway, leave me. I
Uh.
need to visit the bed chamber." And he sort of tightens his bedrobes a little bit tighter around his groin. "Thank you for visiting, and I will see you soon." Sort of waddles out.
Anyone gonna go join him? Just me?
Funny. Right,
Huh.
let's go.
Alright, come on.
Is anyone else needing anything else, or are we heading off then?
I won't mind stopping past. Although it might not. She might not be even there at this time of night. The Captain Zandros.
Xanderos.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah, I was
closed
doing
for
that.
business at this point at night.
Yeah.
It's got a standard working day for offices and stuff.
Then let's go.
Right.
So, you cross over Sharkfin Bridge. Packs now prepared. All equipment with you that you picked. Any that you left, you picked up from the snap-in line. You head north into where the dark sky covers the land.
Which was
You
north.
see the lights.
Oh, yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
gate. It's left on this map. You head north to where the dark sky covers the land, and you see the lights along the old wall that block the path into Saltmarsh. You come up to the gate and see two guards, torches in sconces, manning the gate, which is currently closed. As you approach, one of them says, "Who goes there?"
It's just me, Scarrick, and the Mr. Moon.
Don't say it like
What,
that.
Sorry?
It's
It's,
the
uh,
Mr. Man.
It's Mr. Picard and Mr. Styles and Mr. Hellboy.
We're going out on
And
council
Scarrick
business.
plays for.
Right. You be back tonight or?
Nope.
Right.
Don't wait up.
Well,
We're back
just
soon.
We'll work our shift.
Yep.
And he turns and one of them pulls a chain which raises the portcullis, and they raise it to just above your head height.
What, Scarrick's head or
Uh,
my head?
Your head.
Right, cool.
Safe travels. They let you pass.
And to get your name.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
And you hear that, it just drops.
God damn it.
So, where do you wish to travel? You're currently in Saltmarsh.
Can I just go grab a drink? Say, Paul, because obviously, like, the dragon wasn't questioned at any point there, and like, I'm pretty sure someone would have
presumed it wasn't
questioned it.
with you. I thought
So-
you just left it at the end.
I just said that. I just say that while we was doing our little errands, that I said for her to go off like hunting or something, just have a fly
Yeah.
about. And now that we're leaving
Flying
the town, now that they're leaving. It's a dragon, mate. She can handle
Yeah, so
herself.
just fucking steal it and catch it.
Look, it's like a you don't just steal.
I'd
Like if
say
you see an
it's
eagle,
going-
if you see an eagle flying around, you just don't you don't think, oh, I could steal that
Yeah,
fucking
I'll
eagle.
do.
Well,
Falconers do.
Anyway, well, I just like when we're leaving town, I just telepathically communicate to her to tell her to like come and meet us on the road. And
Okay.
sweep
Yeah,
down,
that's fine.
provided she hasn't been stolen.
I don't think Dragonfest is that big around here.
It's because dragons aren't really a thing.
I'm going to point out that
People
we
saw dragons,
we
they'd be like,
stole
"I
this
want
dragon.
that." Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
not
true.
our
actually.
dragon.
That's true.
You killed its
No,
master.
we
to be fair.
adopted it.
You killed
Yeah.
its master.
Yeah, they gotta kill me first. Then they get the dragon. That's actually the thing, right? It's bonded with me, so that's,
It's bonded with you, yeah. So
It bonds
it
with
would
the person
try and
who
come back to
seized,
you.
doesn't it?
the only way to go
Include-
is if I like mistreated it. It says,
Yeah. Just don't mistreat him.
"Oh, I won't,
Mm-hmm.
little Ellie."
How do you know how it likes to be treated? Hit
That's
me,
the s-
baby.
What's the safe word?
Okay, so you head out of the town, and the road follows along the river for a good portion of the way. I'm going to say you travel along the road till you get to around here on the map. Have I
Oh,
put
right.
you on the map?
Changed.
Oh, no,
Yeah, I'll put you back. One sec. My bad.
Oh yeah.
Good job.
So north is now
So you-
north.
North is
No, it's
right,
right.
still.
Okay, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
it was
lol.
left a minute ago, right?
Yeah, it was left. Yeah.
Maps.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've made the compass visible this time, so it's a little bit easier for you. So
I
you-
have no
so we're
idea
heading-
Why we're going north? Is it
we're heading
north?
inland.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
think
that's
that-
We need a bridge, don't we, to get across the river?
Oh,
where's
right.
no, we've
Well-
done that, haven't we?
No, we'll say for argument's sake the bridge is around here.
Yeah, but what's
Okay.
the bridge out of Saltmarsh?
No, that was just across. There's a river that sort of comes up Saltmarsh.
What? Like here, on your map?
Yeah, this map is quite scaled
So now
out.
we're gonna go east,
Wait, is there another map that I have not seen?
west,
No, we'll be going
No.
west.
west,
West is up.
Yeah, west is up. Which map are you talking about? No,
Dunno.
Yeah, so
So
we,
Pat's
yeah,
talking about
now we'll
on the
start
s-
going northwest towards
right.
the
Let's
bridge.
just go back to Saltmarsh. So this little bridge coming out of Saltmarsh,
Oh
I
yeah.
think, is just the
that's
Kingfisher
it,
River.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this big river over here, if you can see it,
Yeah.
this is the river we're following up now in it and trying to cross.
This down here, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that is just so that on this map.
Yeah, it must be that.
Like this
Yeah,
opening
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
mouth.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's the opening here.
So we want to be on the other side of kind of, yeah. Yeah.
So we'll say you come up to this point where the river gets smaller and then you can cross because there aren't bridges marked on this, but you come until you find a bridge. And at this point, you're just traveling across normal road, like beaten track. At this time of night, you don't see anyone coming to or fro. The track is well worn though. It's from like your experience of the area, this is where the main traffic of like carriages, convoys, that sort of thing come along. So it's a good, solid road. The night is dark, since it's the night after the new moon, and there's only a small sliver of moon in the sky. Travel up until you find the bridge, and then head west into the slowly rising terrain that comes to a peak around here. Just make a group perception check as you cross the bridge.
Yeah. 17.
8.
5.
Seventeen, 8, 5,
14.
14. Okay. Ozzy, as the rest are sort of. Oh, Oceanus is with you as well. Let's make a perception check then. 9 plus 12. So, all of you are sort of following the road. Oceanus is sticking with you, Styles sort of nearby, since you're his point of communication. He has acquired some goods from the council that he has a pack and stuff like that, similar gear to you guys. And you also noticed he has a spear now, which you recognise as being a similar spear to what the guards have, since his weapons, I think, are his crossbow is destroyed. Did he get his trident back?
I think we
Yeah,
gave
wasn't
him
there
all of his
trident
stuff.
and a broken crossbow?
Yeah, so he's got his trident back, so he didn't bother with the pike. He's got his trident, but he doesn't have his crossbow. So um, he has a simple crossbow from like the guards. Anyway, as you're traveling west, slowly working your way around this hill, and you can see the land begins to get lower and lower and get to sea level. Ozzy, as you look south, which is left out to sea, against the skyline. I don't know if that's going to do it all. So we won't. I'll put something on there. Against the skyline, you see a shape, just almost silhouetted. It's really hard to see against the contrast of like the ocean sky and just a dark surrounding. But you see what looks to be a pinnacle sticking out the ground, the remnants of a small tower, and they're over this way, on the other side of the river. Just make a history check, and if you tell Scarrick about it, he can make a history check too.
You see that tower sticking out over there? I think it's natural 20.
Nice, nice.
History 21. That's my natural
Nice.
20 dice, by the way. It's like
Oh,
fucking ace.
Good job, you rolled a natural 20 then. So,
This must be
you
loaded.
know a vague history of this tower, rumours that have spread round, and you've seen it in the day, so you recognise where it was in the landscape. You know it's the ruins of a once grand tower, and you believe there was once a wizard who lived there.
That's that old wizard tower, isn't it?
Aye, that's the one. Oh, you're
You've heard
thinking
of people going and not coming back, and the general wariness of it. But you just see it on your way out.
Do I know the name of the wizard?
No.
I've always wanted to visit that tower. Looks creepy.
I don't know whether that's a great idea.
Maybe one quest at the time, was he?
I hear stories of people going there and never come back.
That makes you want to go?
Yeah. Nothing scares me. It's fun.
Well,
Yeah,
you
the
can go have a look on the way
lad.
back.
We'll see how we get on.
You head along the road, and as the ground begins to slope, you see, as it gets lower and lower, the ground beneath your feet begins to get softer and softer. Pools of water start to appear left and right of you, and the general area begins to turn into the marsh, which starts here. Do you wish to head into the marsh at night, or do you wish to camp?
I think we were going to camp on the outskirts,
Mm.
weren't we? And then go in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, what time is it roughly? How long till sunrise?
I'd say at this point, you probably visited Gellin around 8 or 9. Been trekking out. Let's see. I'd say.
I'm just thinking if it took 12 hours to get to the marsh, we can't.
Yeah, for a couple, I'd say you're probably about 3 hours in. Let's say you've gone till midnight or so.
Yeah.
You're about 3 hours in. You're roughly at the pinnacle of this crest, we'll say. So from here, you're at the top of the hill. You can see down to marsh. You can see down. You can see the lights of Saltmarsh sort of reflecting off parts of the river. It's quite a nice place to camp. But you are high up at this point.
This looks like a good a place as any. Get some kit ready for the sunrise.
Are we we're taking it
Mr.
turns to
Picard,
stand
I
guard.
take it you're not
Yep.
going to be sleeping tonight.
Yeah, Picard will offer to stand guard for the evening.
Thank you very
kind of you.
much.
Just one of you make a perception check to find a good place to camp. Or
I'll
two
do.
can do it if you're helping each other.
Got a natural 20. So 22.
I didn't get
20.
nothing. I got a 6.
So Ozzy,
Doesn't-
where you
Nowhere looks any real good. It's not very level, is it?
sort of walk up and see this hill top of grass and rocks, and you're like, "This is fucking shit." Whereas Scarrick, you see this large boulder where on one side of it, a huge chunk sort of extends out over to make almost like a little canopy. The weather is currently still dry but very cloudy. You can't see many stars. This looks like it'll give you shelter on three sides. The ground underneath is more a softer grass, a bit dirt. But yeah, this looks like a nice place to camp. And you also
What
get a good
about
view out
over here?
across the sea.
I think I found a good spot here, lads.
That's good. Let's start pitching a. Have we got tent? Or we just like.
You didn't
Yeah,
buy a
no.
tent.
No. We're just sort of like
I'm just gonna put my bedroll down and
Yeah, you got bedrolls.
make a
I
campfire.
guess I might make a quick little fire, yeah. Mm.
So
I've
Um,
used prestidigitation to make a fire. Is that? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do a small campfire. So I like just gather a bit of wood and stuff, and then look to Styles and go, watch this, and like click my fingers, and like the flame just like sparks up in the middle of the wood.
You're a useful guy to have around. A little bit annoying at times, but very useful.
That's me.
So as you settle down for the evening, Ellie comes back. She's been sort of circling above and just nipping out to search in bushes and trees as you walk.
What did you find, Ellie?
What is that?
She-
Shit you in the bed.
This is
Not
nice to
bad.
you.
Dragon.
Begins to curl up in your lap and then just like coughs out a small mouse skull, almost like this big,
Wow,
the size of a copper piece.
wow, Scary!
And then
Look, look what she got.
Oh, lovely. Dragon sick.
And she snuggles into you and begins to nibble on like the corner bit of your hand as she curls and goes to sleep.
Ow,
on your lap.
careful! Your teeth are sharp, like that puppy teeth.
You get a feeling of warmth over you and security. Oceanus looks around the camp, nods, and then moves to one side where some of the rock comes down. There's a small like rock platform. He climbs on top of it, crosses his legs, and you see him just sit in a meditative position, just looking out. Anything before you turn in?
How often do you just like looking out over? You say we can see the lights of Saltmarsh.
Yeah, you're sort of on this. I'd say you're on this ridge here, and you can see down to like where Saltmarsh runs, and then
How often do you leave Saltmarsh these days, Scarrick?
Not that often, you know. Occasionally, if I have to go and meet people for the supplies, I might nip out, but I haven't really left in months.
Yes.
And even then, it's very short visit.
Don't you miss the old adventuring days?
Aye, sometimes it's fun wielding the blade and not really, you know, worrying about whether I'm going to pay bills or get this month's quarter in, you know.
anybody
I
who's listening
enjoy
to
it.
this conversation, just make a perception check.
Me included or not?
Yeah. If you're sat round with Scarrick, then just make a
9.
perception check. 9.
21.
So Ozzy and Styles, you see as Scarrick's talking, he's sort of This warhammer is on the ground. Here's a warhammer into it. Or it's an axe.
Or an axe. No,
An axe.
it's a Warhammer. No, it's a
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Warhammer, isn't it?
Sorry,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
your
Warhammer,
40k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The warhammer is like on the ground. You're sat with your legs sort of around it, and he's just holding the handle. And we see him as he talks about like adventure and not traveling for a while. He rubs the stone on the bottom, and in the firelight that glints, you see the stone, which you remember, Ozzy. This used to be a bright ruby. It's now almost like um, just veined with black, which seems to grow from this mass in the center and then stretch out almost like cracks through the ruby, but the stone itself is intact. Um, Styles, you see this, but I don't think you would have realized that it's changed. You just notice it at this point that this is an odd stone. And then Sky carries on.
You want to stop rubbing the stone there, Sky? You seem to be marking it. It's not as shiny as it used to be now.
Sometimes they fade a bit, and a little bit of soot on my hands. Sorry. Well, I better get off to sleep now. Anyway, lads, I'll see you in the morning.
Right.
I like tuck my Warhammer away, so it's kind of like.
Who's doing the watch? Picard?
All right.
I shall watch. You fellows get your rest.
If you ask as well, Oceanus says he will. Since he only meditates and then is awake.
Like Callan.
Yep, like Callum.
Um,
So the rest of you take to rest.
mhm.
Anything you should do before you fall asleep?
Oz is going to knock
Awake.
one out to that smoke illusion.
Okay, so you should go to rest. Picard, just give me one perception check for the evening, and I'll give thingies. Oh, natural 20 on Oceanus. Or 23.
9 on Picard's. He was just going, Bosun. Oh, son of Bo. No, that's not
Barnacle. Barrel.
You get to the morning, the sun rises, and you awake without any disruptions. However, you do notice that when you awake, Picard is more like occupied than checking. He just seems to be talking to himself and checking his books and checking his tide times.
As I
Whereas
wake
Oceanus,
up, I just out the corner of Picard's eye, in the grass, just in the distance, like 30 feet away. He just sees. Hang on. He just sees like between the grass. Well, I don't know if he sees, but like between the grass, I just create the illusion of a beaver, just like staring at him like this. I just see if he notices it.
I'd say, as Picard looks up and sort of looks across the grass, he doesn't quite catch it. But what he does catch is when a trident flies through the air and thuds into the ground, and as it does, your illusion disperses. And Oceanus walks across and picks up his trident and then turns to Styles, who's just woken up, and says, I thought I saw a beaver. Sort of wipes the mud off his trident.
You fucking kidding? The beavers are after us already. Picard, I thought you was on watch.
I closed my book. Yes.
I'm assuming Styles would have known what Ozzy did. He's just a bit like.
No. You're just waking up, so.
I think we
"Which
need to
beavers?"
double the watch. Eyes open at all times.
Here.
Beaver conspiracy.
Me knowing. I guess I'll have to do an insight, will I? But like, and I'd know him, like
Do an insight check.
overall. Oh fuck, 9.
9.
To deception. I rolled a natural 15 for deception. Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking.
seems pretty legit.
We need to keep an eye out. Scary.
Are you sure it was a beaver and not just some creature, Mister Eunice?
I translate.
Oceana says, yes, I've seen them before. They block rivers. They can be bad.
The man
They
knows
just
what he's
dropped
talking
nature.
about.
Winston said you didn't get them near the
Where
marsh
did
yet.
it go? If you threw your trident at it.
Scary,
I
why are
normally
you so
don't miss.
suspicious? Like, we know that
I
the
don't
beavers
know
are out
what-
there.
Exactly.
I need to know.
The man
What-
saw a beaver. What
Come on,
more
look,
is there to ask?
We
We're
did-
wasting daylight.
we need to get a move on now. Like, let's get a gear packed up. There could be more. Let's go.
All right.
So you pack up camp. You break into your rations so you can deduct a ration. Those
As-
rations.
As
today.
we like start walking,
Mhm.
I nudge Scarrick. Like, Scarrick,
Right.
the pipe will have reset. Give it to Styles. Go on, give it to Styles.
Oh, I don't know whether I want the smoke in the morning, but
Yeah, go on, do it.
Off it.
Of course he will.
Mr. Styles, do you want a smoke?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Ah, don't you be a sport, Styles. Come on, we've all had to go on this pipe. Let's
Can
see
we-
your
are we
most
quite
heroic
happy-
memory.
So we're all aware now what it does. It brings back.
Yeah, you all know what it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm okay. I know my memories. I don't need to relive them. Thank you.
Oh, come on, Styles. Don't make me cast a spell on you.
Don't push the man if he doesn't want to do it.
Well, it's not going to be a bad memory, is it? It's a good thing. Like, we're sharing, we're bonding. It's a bonding session.
Maybe another time, but not now. Thank you.
Ah,
My
spot.
memories are my memories, and they're for me to enjoy, not you. I heard that rustling from your sleeping compartment last night after we saw Gallatin. And
I don't know what you're talking about. That was Ellie just trying to get herself comfortable. Just shifting around a little bit.
pervert, Ozzy. You're a pervert.
I've been called worse.
So, you make your way. Now, in the grey light of morning, you can see the marsh clearer where it sort of ebbs into the flow of this hillside, and the rocks begin to lessen, and the mud and tall grasses. As you look out across it, you see the small clumps of trees here and there, and you can almost pinpoint those on the map of where things are. You head into the marsh. Any particular order? Who wants to navigate through?
Well, the big, clumsy, no offence, but the rattly dwarf in plate armour, I think we should
It's
stay
alright,
to behind.
I'll take the rear.
How about me and Noni? I'm assuming that Oceanus is quite stealthy.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that is an elf. So,
He is, however, at this point it's up to you if you want to go stealth. At the moment, you need to have someone who can navigate the map, so it's going to be a survival check to see how well you can thingy. If you ask Oceanus about it, he says, I can navigate water, but I'm not so good on land.
Packard steps forward. He says, "My navigational skills are second to none."
I try
Give
to
me
make
them.
eye contact with everyone. Like, really? We're gonna let Packard do it? Styles,
Styles,
you're good at this sort of thing, right?
yeah, I am.
How about you do it together? And
Yeah,
I'll,
um,
as we're going, I'll just like play a nice little tune as we go.
yeah, you and me, Admiral Picard, we can do it.
Ellie,
Indeed, we can.
get up there and get some height. Fly around. See, fly ahead of us a little bit. See if you can see anything. Warn us of any
Who has
danger.
the pole right now? Is it in your bag?
It's not sticking out the top of my bag.
Who
You
has
bought
the
it.
pole?
You're
It's a
carrying
10-foot pole. Who's been carrying the pole, right?
Okay, so yeah, I've got the pole then. I'll have the pole.
Alright, just rewind 2 seconds then. For the first part of the walk, everyone was periodically getting hit as Scarrick tried to turn around with a 10-foot pole on his shoulder, like the Chuckle Brothers.
Whoa,
Okay,
shit.
fast forward to now.
I'll send Ellie up to
Yeah.
sort of like scout ahead a little bit.
You
See-
can make a
see what
perception
she-
check with her if you want through her eyes, and you two need to make survival rolls to see how well you can navigate.
What is Ellie's perception?
I got 8.
Like I've got 15.
Perception plus
Okay.
3. Does she have advantage? Advantage on perception checks that rely on sight, hearing, or smell.
Nice.
Natural 20, so I don't need it. I should probably change dice really, shouldn't I?
I definitely would.
It's a little bit suspicious.
I've rolled about
Yeah,
10 natural
so
20s
sus.
in the last. I don't.
We'll keep this one, and I think
Wow.
that dice is fucked.
I really like this
You
dice.
need to do it. You
I
need
think
do
it
like
needs
a
to go to
test for
dice
10
jail.
minutes for it and see how many you get out of it.
Yeah.
That is pretty mental.
Right.
Yeah,
Or don't
20,
you do a
23.
water test or something like
Okay.
that?
Yeah,
Um,
you can do.
So
But that just like
Styles
ran.
and-
That didn't like roll. That like went straight into the edge of the dice tray, and just landed on 20. Like.
maybe it just doesn't roll enough. Maybe that's the problem. It's not a roll. Maybe you need
And
a
he's
dice
older
tower on
than
it.
20.
I'll use a different dice. I'll use a different dice. It does seem a
20.
bit sauce.
It's alright, that's a roll, so it counts. So you two with the map. As you get to the edge of the marsh, you begin to pinpoint and work out your location. You can work out where the path starts, but it takes you time. You walk down the trail a bit and then begin to argue about whether it's left or whether it's right, and whether you go past this clump of trees or that clump of trees. It takes time. However, you are aided with Ellie above, looking down, getting an aerial view of the scene. That gives us the opportunity to come over and be like, oh, well, actually, this clump of trees is here and that's there. And between the three of you, you manage to navigate through the marsh quite well, only getting your feet wet a couple of times. The area around you is boggy, and you see these pools, large pools that just stretch out, almost like mirror finish, with the grasses around the side. You pass by some of the clumps of trees that are really thick on the inside, to the point where you can barely see through, and you just stay on the edges. After
Pod, just before you carry on, sorry. As
Yep.
we've been walking this whole time, can I
Yep.
have identified the 3 vials that I found on the boat? There was 2 red and 1 green.
yes,
I keep forgetting that I've got them, and I keep meaning to say, and I keep forgetting. Sorry.
I know the 2
Potion of
red were
and a
healing.
potion of stamina.
Yeah, the 2 red were
Too
definitely
much
healing.
Skyrim.
Let me have a look. It wouldn't be so bad if we didn't have so long in between sessions, though. But we'll be alright next time. Think you got them from the captain's quarters.
I figured the 2 red
And,
ones would be healing potions, but
They are, but I want to check what sort. 2 healing potions, and a dose of antitoxin is the green one.
are they just
Okay,
regular healing?
They're just potions of healing, yeah, they're not great or anything, so.
Okay, thank you.
So as you make your way through, you've been travelling for a good few hours. You feel like you're almost 3/4 of the way there. Ellie has spotted at this point the river up ahead. But as you're on the trail, you begin to hear noises around you. And you've heard them since you entered the swamp. Croaks of toads and other animals. But as you get to this point, the croaks seem to get louder. And who's head of the party? Who's leading? Would it be Styles?
Stars, I guess.
Yeah, me and Picard, innit? Reading them up together.
If we start hearing
So as you
croaking of
both-
toads, I would say, guys, they warned us. Winston warned us about toad thingies.
Don't be alarmist, Mr. Ozzy. I'm sure they're just regular toads.
Regular toad.
And as you discuss and look forward, you see this green dart from one side of the tall grass on the path to the other side. It starts to cross, rustling through the bush. and heads off to your right.
What? What was that? Anyone see that?
Saw something, but
Was that a
too
beaver?
quick.
The fucking beavers.
I think it was green. I didn't see many green beavers.
A zombie beaver. Damn.
Quit it with the beavers. I don't think it's a beaver. Maybe we should be a bit more stealthy.
You hear a
Says
rustling
you.
to the right of the trail.
Hello? Hello?
Oceanus brings down his trident
I pull out my rapier.
and looks in.
Are you a
Yeah.
beaver?
I ready must get my hand on my short sword. Ready to unsheath it.
Around 30 feet in front of you on the trail that just weaves through this grass at this point, a creature hops out. It's on its hind legs, its fist down, but it's... Although you can tell it is a frog, it has a humanoid form, a humanoid size. It looks similar to the size of Scarrick, and it's wearing brown, like a brown sort of tunic that comes down and just hangs between its legs. It's unarmed, and it just looks at you with yellow, slitted eyes. And as it looks, it croaks, and then hops to the right again.
Common. Speak common. Was that just a... Was that a giant toad?
Aye, but it seemed a bit more than a toad. It didn't seem unfriendly though.
Maybe we should follow it.
We can't leave the track. Oceanus, have you seen anything like that before?
It looked amphibious. I can speak to sea creatures. If we find it, I could maybe talk to it.
Oh, wait. Styles is right, though. Winston said, don't leave the path.
As you walk up to where it was, you look right to where it's gone into the grass. And a bit further down, you see it just hop up, boing, and then drop down below the grass.
Oh, it seems fun. It's just a toad. Hey, Mr. Toad.
Oceanus might be able to speak to it. Call out for it, see if it answers.
Oceanus sort of bubbles. His throat bubbles and gargles a bit, and it stretches out across the marsh towards where the toad was. You hear a croak back, but he says, I don't understand this language. I'm not sure.
I pull out some rations and sort of gingerly step towards where it is, and like throw some rations ahead of me. I'm like,
Go on, Mr. Toad. There's some food for you. We don't mean you no harm.
And as you throw him into like a small area of mud, you see the grass ahead sort of part slightly, and its head just comes out, and its tongue sticks to the rations and
Hey,
pulls them
little
back
guy.
in. And it looks
Hey.
up and turns and darts just 10 feet. You can still see it through the grass. You've seen it stand on this mud as well.
It's it's fine. It's definitely not leading me into a trap.
Oceanus moves forward
no,
and
but-
I start walking towards
uses
it.
his trident to test the ground.
Scarrick, give me a big fucking pole.
Aye, alright.
I start poking the pole in front of me, see if it's safe as I start walking forward.
Hey, Mr. Toad. Why am I so
Ozzy.
interested in this toad? What?
Remember what Winston said, we need to stick to the path.
But the toad might have information.
Can't speak, toad.
Well,
I think he just wants to lick its back.
I have heard.
As you're sticking the pole into the mud, it only goes like half a foot down and then seems to hit solid earth underneath.
I have heard tales of hallucinogens on toads' backs, and this is the biggest fucking toad I've ever seen. That's probably gonna be a good high if I can get a nice little lick. Come here, Mr. Toad.
Start walking forward.
As you push forward, Ozzy, you eventually come into a space, maybe 20 feet from the trail,
I'd be following him.
where, let me get you on the map. There's a small outcrop of trees, and then from there, you see a larger space. And I'll get you on and then I'll describe.
Great, look at all the turd people.
Oh, are they ugly?
Racist.
Oh,
all
you
look-
want to fuck that, are
They all look the same to me.
they?
Like copy and paste.
What you see before you, the toad who ate the food and the thingy is now on this small island, looking towards you. Behind it, you see what appears to be a crudely built palisade wall. It's built from items around the swamp, like bits of wood, branches that are all woven together, and stick up from the ground. The water is murky and still in the pools. Near the palisade, a couple more of these toad people or frog people.
I would Ellie's like high in the sky, just circling, just looking
Yep.
for anything that of note.
What she sees as she goes up is behind the palisade there is another one. I'll give you the handout of what they look like. So there's this. This is what the general ones look like at the moment. You can't see weapons. But they look like this. And then behind the palisade, there is one that looks differently ordained. He has a golden crown. He has a fur that seems to spread over his shoulders like a neck piece. On his back is a gold shield. And he is armed. He has a sword and an axe. Let me show it to you.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Hang on. Oh, I can't bloody show it.
Everybody's friendly in this game.
Right, let me bloody show you it. Alright, I'll put it in your journals. So, if you look up Bullywug Royal,
It's really annoying
That's
not
what it
being a
looks like.
cleric anymore, so I can't like change my spells to be a bit more accommodating to the group.
frog based.
Like speak with animals or something.
So, this is what you see. And the one in the centre croaks towards you.
Royal
Go
Bullywug.
slowly now, Ozzy.
You
I just-
also see behind the royal is a crate.
I send cast message to the frog in front of me, just saying, "Hey little guy, we don't mean no harm. We're just passing through. You like that? Do you like that food I gave you? Do you want some more?"
What did we say about message in languages?
It's just he just hears it in his head, just common.
in common.
Yeah.
You see
It's only a cantrip.
Frog sort of looking left and right, confused. Then he starts bouncing on the spot, like croaking. The others, you hear this little croak of like. Rah, 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 rah.
I do the same
Look
again.
happy.
I do the same again, but I just go, ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
You
He
don't
turns his head,
think this is a good idea if I don't speak their language.
puts his hand in his pocket, and pulls out what appears to be some sort of food. And gestures towards you.
Yeah. I think they're friendly. They might have some can't talk to them. I don't know. What do you want to do, guys?
He's doing the same gestures. So go and eat the food. I think is that what he's doing?
Can I
Is
just
he
poke the
getting-
stick down in the water in front of me? Does it seem deep? Like, can I get
Yeah,
across it?
At this point here, it's not too deep. It's maybe like just above your knees, just like a couple of foot. The ground is soft, but it doesn't seem too. It doesn't seem like you'll get stuck. I'd say it's difficult terrain. But
I'd start walking across, and I pull
Do the
out some
others
food
react
with me.
at all?
pardon?
Do the others react to this, to him like advancing towards him?
They just stand at the moment, just watching.
I start walking towards, pull out some food, and be like, here, have some more. And then I cast message to the royal one,
Hmm.
like, hello, are you the leader of this toad group? We mean you no harm. Just passing through.
You hear a loud, deep croak coming from behind the palisade. And he meets you as you come across. You're going all the way across.
Yeah.
You can move yourself.
Yeah.
He comes up to meet you. And he lifts the food to your mouth. It's a mixture of like weeds and mud and some roots in there as well.
Oh, it's my favorite. Oh yeah, my.
Go ahead. Don't
Oh,
be rude now, Ozzy.
it's my favorite. Can I just like as I'm just sort of looking at it, can I just make a check to see if it's not poison?
Well, as you look at it, he turns it and then goes "Blop" in your face, and your
Ah!
face gets covered with this muddy stuff,
Oh,
and he
goddammit.
hops off like behind here, and you hear this loud croaking coming from behind, like
Oh, son of
like a laughter.
get the you son of a. They seem pretty harmless.
I think across, so I'm gonna wade across again. I guess.
Okay, for you,
It's
it's more like
up to
up the chest. Yeah,
chest.
your boots keep you down. Oceanus moves into the water and just halts.
I keep walking, and start walking out like to the edge there, and like wave at the others like hello. Like why?
Hello.
Hello.
We mean you no harm.
As you get to there, a loud croak comes out from the bullywug over here. And as he does, heads begin to pop up around the water.
Oh yeah, great. Look.
Yeah, we're in shit now, aren't we?
Heads begin to pop up around the water, and
Well, I didn't see that coming.
Tricked by a toad.
and you see the heads that come up. Also, the top of spears begin to come up.
Oh hey,
And
hey
I need
guys.
you to roll for initiative.
Oh god damn it. Hey, you want some food too, right? I don't know if I got enough for all of you.
9.
9.
12 for Piker.
8.
12. My god. 8. How much, Scarrick?
13.
13. I got 13. 7 and 21. Okay. So, Scarrick, you're first. You see the situation arise. The rest come up, and the loud croaking sounds more aggressive at this point. What do you wish to do?
I don't mean you no harm. I mean they're kind of coming at us, aren't they? But I don't really
They've
want
appeared out the water. They were definitely
come
hiding themselves.
Back off, but come on. Was this Garrick? Back off slowly.
to.
Like, holding a.
Time for us
hand
to
up.
leave,
Can
gentlemen.
I leave, Ozzy? Ozzy, you need to come to me, lad. So I'm gonna go to him.
Okay.
And then
You can hold an action.
Yeah.
Or use one.
yeah, I kind of can't. Okay, yeah, I'll hold an action. If anyone comes and attacks Ozzy, I'll swing with my warhammer at him.
So the bullywugs are next. What do they have? Speed.
I want to know what's in that crate. Let's fuck him up.
20. This one you see, he comes onto the land and then he just jumps 20 feet in one go and
We
lands
shouldn't
again in
hurt
the
these
mud.
guys. Ozzy.
And this one comes to you.
They're fucking starting it.
And so one does attack Ozzy. However, I don't think you'd have to reach to hit him, but you can hit the one that's next to you if you wish for your action. So
Can I use my? Oh well, I suppose I need to wait.
Yeah, we'll get the one to do-
Instructions for Ozzy.
the attack on Thingy first. So, the first attack he does is with a spear. He tries to jab you with it, which does natural 1. And as he does, he sort of loses his footing in the mud a bit and slips. And he turns his head around to gnash at you with his teeth. 10. Ozzy.
Nope.
So he just
What
bites
are you-
onto one of your armor hand
What
like,
the
"Ah."
fuck are you
You
doing?
just feel these tiny frog teeth poking through it.
I'm warning you, you're messing with the wrong group.
Scarrick, you can use your reaction because it's just attack thingy.
Yeah. So I'll swing for this guy then.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I'm just fucking phasing out. I haven't done this in ages.
I'll swing for him.
I'll swing for him and just let stare into
Go.
space. Smoke too much weed.
What'd you roll?
13.
13.
13. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
Yeah, it's a 6.
6? Yeah, nice. You hear a soggy blow as your warhammer crushes into the side of this frog. Its skin just like squelching underneath, and it almost loses grip a bit on its skin, but it does just like squish and crush.
Soggy blow. Sounds like my
soggy
ex-girlfriend.
blow. That's the Mr. Man. As you do that, it comes back at you again, first with its spear, for 2, and 5 for its bite. So both, it's all dazed by the hammer, and it just tries to like swing its spear wildly and bite in the air, but both miss. One of them tries to attack you, Styles. Ooh, 16 plus 3, 19 to hit. Oh, you're muted, Pat.
Yeah, it's over my armor class that it hits. doesn't it?
Yep. So he uses D8. You see, he's using the spear one-handed at this point. 6 plus 1. Ooh, but it does 7 damage as it just stabs into you and catches your side. And as it does, as he's got the spear like tip webbed through your clothes and the thingy, he goes to bite you for 13. No. So you manage to pull away from the spear as he tries to bite into your arm. Oceanus. Ooh, what was that?
As rolling for initiative for the dragon, or does she go on my initiative?
Oh yeah. We'll just say she goes on yours if you want.
Okay,
That's probably
okay.
easier to
Sure.
thingy. Easier
That
to
means
track
he
for
hasn't made
you.
a token for it for his little pillar.
Yeah, it's here. Oh no, I haven't made a token for it. Oh no, I do have a token for it from my pillar. So you can have it separate if you want. 13, which hits with a spear. Oh, a natural 20 on the bite. So the bullywug underwater, you see Oceanus and the bullywug both just like drop under the water for a second. There's a big tussle, and then some of the water turns darker. He gets 1d6. 4. So 5 plus. 7 damage on old Oshi.
Oh dear.
You see Oceanus pop back up under the water, and you can see part of his shoulder has been hit by this spear, and he just holds it for a second. That is all of them for now, isn't it? So, pie card.
Well, let me see.
I melt one of them.
I'm gonna go in a little gentle to begin with. I'm going to. I'm gonna see what chill touch does to this one on Styles. So
Is it contact? Do you move into him?
Nah, it's a
Range.
range.
Nice.
Sorry. Is it chill touch I'm after?
Or is it Ray of Frost?
It's chill touch. It's a ghostly apparition of a hand,
Ooh, nice.
much like my own. Um, does 16 hit?
Yep, that is.
Well, it's only done 4 damage.
It still hurts that you see its skin begin to like harden and thingy where the spell has touched it and ice over a little, and it sort of croaks out in pain. But it's okay. Is that you, Picard?
Yeah.
Styles.
I'm gonna swipe at it with my short sword.
Cool. Roll for attack.
16.
Yeah, hits. Roll for damage.
6.
Nice. So, as the chill sort of cracks through one of its arms, Styles comes and slashes with the other one and just cuts, like, from its shoulder all the way down. Its stomach just bulges open and some of its intestines fall out and it falls to the ground dead.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you killed him. Anything else, Styles?
So, my bonus action, because I'm freaked out by the water, can I just take like a step or two backwards? So I'm not.
Yeah, you've got
close
your
to
full
the-
movement of 30 feet if you
Yeah.
want, so you don't have to do it by yourself.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna step like back to Mr. Paycard.
Yep. Awesome. Ozzy?
You see Ellie.
Mhm.
I just like turn around and go, "Get him, Ellie!" And she, how far can she move?
I'd say she's probably around central when you had her when she started. So
She can fly 60 feet.
Mhm.
So that's pretty much anywhere, really, isn't it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. She sort of goes here, but she's like up in the air still. I'd say she's like,
20 feet up or something.
yeah. Oh no.
I'd fall for it, say 25. If he says 20, that's probably the range of their spears.
What is the range of their spears?
Actually, I don't. I don't want her to die. She's only got 7 hit points.
That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't use it like a fucking battle pet.
And she has to be within 5 feet of someone to do anything. Aww. She's just gonna hover. She's just gonna like. She's just gonna circle up. I say like, get him, Ellie, and she just like looks scared, and just like flies
you
up.
feel
It's like
as you sort
I
of
don't know,
try and
there's too many
command
of
her
them.
to attack people, you feel fear, and you're like, "This isn't my fear. This isn't how I'm feeling." And you realise it's her fear of the dying, basically. Cool.
And so
And
I pull out my rapier. Say, you son of a bitch, tricksing me! And I take a swipe down at the one in front of me.
Okay.
14 plus 5, I think it is. 19.
Yeah, that'll hit. Yep.
1d8
Roll for damage.
plus 3, that's a d10. That's a d8. d8. 5 plus 3, 4, 8. Damage.
8 damage. Nice.
Slashing.
It's a heavy hit. The creature just falls back almost into the water, teetering on the edge of the mud. You see a big gash of like its blood and insides just fall. It's still standing, but just. Okay, Scarrick. You're muted.
I'll take another swing at the one next to me with my warhammer, I guess.
Yeah, roll for attack.
Can I also... Can I do it? bonus attack action. Can I do that first, actually?
Mm-hmm.
So can I cast Divine Favour? Which gives me 1d4 of radiant damage for the next minute.
Yeah.
10
rounds.
And 10 rounds, okay. So I'll swing my Warhammer for the guy next to me. 22 to
22 hits, yeah. Roll for damage.
fuck hell. 4 plus. Three, so
Yeah. You crush it with your hammer as you swing down. You hear the bones crunching underneath its thing and it almost squelches into the mud underneath. It's dead.
there's the blood splatters on there, just like heavy breathing and just like.
Boom. Yep. Bullywugs. Right. I think hearing the crunch of the other one, this one's going to come.
Oh, actually, can I move to there
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well?
Yeah. Just a quick DM question. So if something has a speed of 20, right?
Mhm.
But it also has a jump of 20. Could it run to its finger then jump? Or would its jump be its action?
I think the jump is an action, so you can jump
Yeah.
20 like over something
Yeah,
long,
yeah.
rather than
jumps.
like run and jump.
So that one swims up, runs across the land, then leaps 20 feet into the fray.
Well, you can obviously dash as an action. That would be a dash, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'd say in combat, the jump would be classed as your thing for the round, wouldn't it? Because otherwise you'd be able to swim, run, and then jump, and then attack, which seems excessive.
Mm.
Frog in it.
True.
I can
That
Google
one
it if
is
you want.
there. Nah, it's alright. We'll go with that. This one's feeling pretty good about Oceanus, so he's going to go for him first. He's going to try and stab the anus. 12. You guys did it.
Becky laughing at the anus.
No, she's watching Ricky Gervais. 15, which hits, and is bite. Oh, Jesus. This is fucking hard hitting on Oshi. You should really look after him. 1 and 4, so 5 plus 6, 7. Shit. You hear him cry out again as I didn't put his fucking initiative on. I was like, hang on, why didn't you attack this thing? Right, he's at the bottom anyway. He's going to do a quick attack against the creature. We've already taken the thingy off. He is going to try and stab him with his trident two-handed. 15. That hits for 1d8 plus 2. Where's my d8? 3. Yeah, wasn't enough anyway. So, the battle that's happening over here. Blows are getting thrown back and forth between the Bullywug and Oceanus, and he stabbed him with his trident, but the frog managed to slip out underneath the water and come around and sort of just come up from the other side and stab him with his spear. You hear Oceanus like cry out a little bit, and he moves onto land, and you see as he does, there is a trail of blood behind him. That's that one. You guys, 2 on Aussie. So we go. 5, 8 misses, and 11 misses for the first one. 11, 15.
Meets it, beats it.
and 7, 18, 19. So the first bullywug misses as you dodge out the way, but the other one behind you, which you didn't quite see, has come up behind you and attacks for 7, 9 damage as the one behind stabs you with its spear and then bites into your shoulder.
I'll take that 9 away with my interception.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
You lucky bastard.
I can't remember whether I do actually have to roll. Let me just double check.
Yeah, double check while the other one
Reaction
attacks
to
you.
reduce the damage takes by 1d10 plus 2 to a minimum. Oh, right, yeah, I do. 1d10 plus 2.
Hmm.
What's d10?
It's like the diamond.
So, you take 3 damage.
3 damage.
Nice. So
Nice.
in this like fray of frogs and people, some are trying to bite and gnash and you're dodging out the way. The other one tries to get his hit, but then Scarrett manages to lift his shield and take some of the blow. And as you do, you manage to block the one that's trying to attack you as well. So it's only 3 damage in that full encounter.
I like make eye contact with Scar because as he did it, I like nod. I'm like, thanks, friend.
High cards.
Right, I'm gonna head here by the water's edge so I have a clear view of the one that is attacking Oshie and us. And I'm gonna cast a Ray of Sickness on the old Froggo.
Nice.
22 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Come on. 12 damage.
Nice, yeah. Describe the death.
Oh, well. So I,
Boy, oh boy.
I extend my hand. I point at this horrible little turdy creature. And I say, "You will suffer at my hands!" And this green sort of energy ebbs towards the creature. And it starts sputtering and coughing and sort of just vomiting everywhere. And it vomits its own mouth to the point at which it just drowns in its own vomit. Sputtering and clutching like, oh.
Nice.
Yeah. Blood coming out its eyes. Oh,
It's never a pleasant death with old Picard, is it?
No, he hasn't got a pleasant one, obviously.
Don't fuck with him. Any movement, Picard, anymore, or are you good?
I put my leg on a nearby log and strike a pose of heroism.
Dials, you're up. So
Yeah.
currently there's only the enemies on the island left that you can see.
Yeah.
You've noticed at this point from your view of the battlefield that the others, the one that's slightly larger with the 2 at the gate, they've just stood at this point just watching the fray.
I'm going to use my bow. It's the one that's stood here.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Roll for attack.
13.
13 misses. It pings off some of the armor on his back. Still got your movement if you want your movement.
13 hit before.
Oh, did it? Oops. This one's more armored. The other one was less.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, it's just the range. It's a bit. So
Yeah.
how far can I move? 20 paces is it?
Your speed is 30.
30. So I'm gonna. So what is it? So each square's 5, isn't it? One,
Yeah.
You can like go here.
2. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go up behind this log, so I've still got a bit of cover.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I'll end my turn.
Ozzy.
I I take a swing at this one here.
Mhm.
If I move around a little bit, Is that class as flanking and get advantage?
You'll move out of the range of this one. I don't think we've played
yeah.
flanking.
11 plus 5, 16.
Yeah, hits.
That is a 7 damage.
Nice, yeah.
You
finish
lost the chance to negotiate.
it.
Swipe through him.
Nice. Just falls down dead. That you, was he?
Yeah, I turn and face this one here. Sword at the ready.
I'll just kind of look over at Ozzy and nod.
Alright.
Oceanus. You see him dive into the water. And appear just on the other side of the island. And he charges in,
He's bold as brass.
and then with his light crossbow just launches an arrow at the closest one. So it's +3. Ooh, natural 20. Nice.
Nice. Great.
So 1d8 +1, so 2d8 is +1. 4. 9, 10. 10 damage.
I didn't
Nice.
think he had a crossbow.
Yeah, he picked one up
Oh,
from
That
the...
one from the
Yeah, he
guards.
picked one up from the guards
Ah, okay.
while you were asleep. So it's not his crossbow, it's like a standard guard crossbow.
Yeah. I
Um,
remember it. I think.
But yeah, you see this arrow just come through this frog's throat as it goes and like sticks out the front. He gargles a bit and just stands there wobbling like he's got nothing left in him, but he's still standing somehow. And that is Oceanus. Scalic.
I'll take a swing at this guy
Mhm.
with my old warhammer for 13.
13 was it?
13. 13, yeah.
Yeah, that misses, unfortunately. So as you swing, the dodges out the way.
This is the one with the more armor, remember?
These are big armor ones. I got too many character sheets, okay? I'm out of touch. Anything else, Scalic?
Do I need to probably move there, I guess?
Shield wall. Cool. And as you do, they both take swings at you. Ooh, natural 20 on the bite.
What fucking dice are you using now?
11.
Makes
Natural
it big.
20 dice, baby. What's your AC?
Get my other dice out.
20.
Your AC is 20, so yeah, the natural just hits on a bite, which is... That's out of 4 blows, to be fair. Which is 1d4 plus 1, so 2d4. 3... 7... 8 damage. As
Nice.
the other one's biting and swinging, this one just like... and just actually like jumps almost and clamps onto your head. And you just feel it like piercing around the thing, and you're just like, what is going on? And like shakes your head and lets loose. Pie card.
Right, so I'm going to traverse the water. How deep did we say the water was?
Currently at this point, it's like ankle, well, like just above knee. The rest you haven't actually traversed, so.
Okay.
But there is a point you can get across here.
Yeah. 5, 10. Okay, I'm gonna come to here. I'm just gonna end my turn there. I don't want to blow all my spells on these stupid easy
Yeah,
toads.
that's fine. That's fine.
Do you have a cantrip spell?
Tell you what, that's an excellent point. I do have a cantrip. It's not very good, but it's better than nothing. So
Do
I'll
it.
do
Because
chill
this
touch.
guy's on his last legs, isn't he? This one.
Oh, seven doesn't hit. Never mind. Forget I said it.
Is that right? Styles.
I'm gonna shoot my bow at this one again.
Roll for attack.
20.
Yeah, that hits. So roll your damage, and then don't forget you'll get your sneak attack as well.
Yes, I haven't forgot about my sneaky attack. So that's 2, and then my
Sneaky,
sneak
sneaky.
plus modification is 5, plus 2d6 now, so got to do a bit of maths. 13.
13, nice. When you're almost like pissed off with yourself from that first arrow missing, you're like, fuck's sake, I'm in range. And you draw your next one, loose it, and it's like, phew, it pierces through one of the bright yellow eyes and then comes out the other yellow eye on the other side, and it's like,
Oh, nasty.
and you just see, Scarrick, you just see its mouth drop open, and it's like, and then falls over. Yeah, it's dead. Well done.
Good shot,
And-
Styles.
Ozzy,
Do try.
this is the weak one that's got the bolt coming through its chest. It's just sort of stood there like rocking.
I
Finish him.
sheath my sword and just run towards him and just take him a swiping punch.
Nice. I'm gonna count that.
Natural 20.
Nice. How do you want to do this?
Fuck's sake.
Punch the arrow back out of him.
So, no, this one's not had an arrow in, has he? I can't remember.
Yeah, he's Oceanus shot his crossbow bolt through his chest. That's why he's on one. He was on 1 HP. So
Oh, so like I aim for where the arrow is and I like punch the arrow like straight like into the chest, like lodge it in.
yeah, nice. You just hit it, and all this like mucus spits out his mouth, but you managed to duck out the way with a natural 20. Okay, as the last body.
There's a
hits
lot of
the
natural
floor-
20s in this game.
Hell yeah. You hear vigorous croaking. You look across and you see now these guys move forward with their one in the middle, and the king comes to the edge. He peers around the palisade and looks towards this one. You see them communicate to each other. The larger one, the muscled one, not the king, begins to bang his chest. Rah! And you see the king. And that's frogs, man. Who are we at? Ozzy. Alright, it's the Croaker's turn.
Fucking hate frogs.
Okay. So,
Oh, as that one
you see him.
as that one like fell to the ground after I killing it, I lick it, see if I get anything off of it.
You see him move up to here,
Get snapped.
and then he tilts his
tangy.
throat back, and you see his chest swell up and then begin to vibrate, and as it does, this sound comes out his mouth, like this croaking harmony of like pitches that vibrate up and down, and you almost want to cover your ears at some points, but I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's good, but it's not great. You could maybe be the support act.
19.
19, you save.
Wisdom
16.
saving throw.
You save. Yep.
8.
8. So everyone bar Ozzy saves, because Ozzy was listening too intently to the music. And it's motherfucking D8, eh?
It's not too far from most of the chart stuff these days.
12. So all of you save take 6 psychic damage, and Ozzy, you take 12 psychic damage as this noise begins to drill into your brain. You also have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws till the end of its next turn.
12 damage.
I'll take 6 damage, did you say?
Yep, you take 6. Yeah.
That Ozzy looks real hurt.
Oh, I need to make
Like,
Oceanus a
Blood,
save, don't I?
blood's like comes out of his nose and his ears a little bit, and he's like, "Oh my god, that was awful."
Nice. You see, as he sees you like reach up and physically hurt, he turns back to the king and like laughs this croaky laugh back to him. Oceanus is next. He moves 20 and takes a shot again. Actually, I'll tell you what he's going to do. What's his AC? 15. You see him pull back his trident and launch it towards this creature. 11. Oh, nice, meets it, beats it. 2d6 plus 2. 5. Nice. 12 damage. He launches it across and it just buds into the side of this creature, and the creature like staggers back and then looks towards him angrily and pulls it back out and throws it on the ground next to him. It hurt him, but he's still standing. And that is Oceanus' move, so it is Scalic.
So, am I right in thinking you can jump distance the strength score? I just googled.
Yeah.
And that's what it kind of says.
Yeah. Is it your strength modifier or is it your strength score? No, it's your strength score in it.
Strength score, I think. Yeah, strength score.
Is it in
So
feet?
that's 15. Yeah, 15 feet, which is ridiculous for me.
Strong legs.
5, 10. And then the 15 divides 5.
I think you need to run up, don't you?
Yeah,
Run and
10
jump.
feet, which I've got. So that would be the. Where would I. So that's a 5 and then a 10, or is that a 5?
then you're leaping from there. We'll say it's 10 for shits and gigs because I want to see you jump over this river. And you land here on the other side.
Yeah, so am I landing there? Is that my 15?
I'd say you'd land here in contact with this one.
Landing there?
Yeah.
And in which case, am I able to run the last. What? Oh, I've got more. But can I move to there without him attacking me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move to there.
There is a
This is the
palisade between
This-
you and the king.
Oh, what?
Like, the wall finishes here, the king's sort of looking round. So you've got a wooden wall between you. You could try and smash the wall if you want.
It's an action though, isn't it?
Yeah. But it'd be cool. The
Yeah,
wall's made of
is it?
like...
I'm going to swing through the wall then.
Okay. Like, your action would be to try and break down the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to
Okay.
swing there.
Roll for attack.
15.
15, nice. CAC of wood and bone. Roll for damage.
That's a 7 plus 4.
11.
Wait,
Nice.
no, sorry, it's not plus 4. Let me roll d4. 7 plus 2.
Yeah,
So,
so that
9.
does it. It's a made by frog people. It's not that good. It's a temporary stretcher. You swing with your hammer, and it just crushes into this thing, careering through, glancing the king as he turns out the way, and the wall just like blows into pieces. And yeah, you've now got a clear view of both.
Yeah, so that was my action, wasn't it?
Mhm.
So that's me done.
It's the bullywugs. This one, seeing you do that, sort of leaps back, so you can make an opportunity if you want.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely swing my fucking.
Wait, so this guy's gone.
Warhammer in.
Who?
This guy's like damaged me, and I haven't had a chance to retaliate yet, and now he's having another go.
No, it's just the normal bullywugs. He's a different one.
Oh, okay. I
So
picked that.
he's after you, and
Sorry.
then the other before. Yeah.
14 to hit.
Misses as he like ducks out the way. You try and pull back with the hammer, but it gets stuck a bit in the twisty, twiny wood. So he dives in and ducks under. This guy. Let's flip a coin and see what he's gonna do. Okay. He charges forward and makes an attack on you, Scalic. Ooh. You dirty bastards. 22
Nice.
hits with a spear. Yeah, rolled a natural 19. So, just with a spear, 9 damage.
Fucking hell.
Jabs it into the side of you. That is them. Picard.
Right, I'm running over to my old pal, Ozzy.
Mhm.
To this point, and I'm going to channel some divinity into my sickle.
Nice.
It's called the Old Touch of Death. So I've got my
Oh, the old touch of death, eh?
oh yeah, got my sickle in hand, and the ethereal sort of energy sort of turns the blade almost into a ghost blade.
Nice.
And I swipe at this fucking thing.
Yep.
It's a nat 20. It's a nat 20.
Nice. Nice. Offer damage, dude.
Okay. 15. Not as much damage as I've been.
Mate, with a
so hang on.
sickle, though.
Oh, sorry, 16.
Nice.
Yeah.
Here's hurt. This sickle cuts through, and just the energy that radiates off it, you just see him like almost like fuse and burn through his skin. He is damaged. He is not looking good at all, which is good because he was pretty tank. Okay. That you, Picard?
Yes, that is me.
Styles.
Yeah, so the one, that Picard, the beastie one, I'm just going to shoot my
Okay.
bow at him again.
Nice.
16.
Hits. Roll for damage.
6,
Sneaky,
and I
sneaky.
can use my sneak attack card because Picard stood next to him.
Yeah.
So 6 plus.
You could be hidden behind there as well, so you could have advantage if you did it as bonus action.
It's quite a low log.
Okay.
Well, that'll be 15 anyway.
Nice.
15
Jesus
damage.
Christ. Yeah, annihilates him as he's like reeling from this slash from the side. Just your bolt sticks straight into him and just knocks him out. He falls backwards into the water and just floats there. Anything else, Styles?
I'm gonna move up. Just gonna come stand next to my mate, Ozzy.
Nice. Okay, Ozzy, you're next.
Ozzy looks like visibly fucked. Like taking deep breaths. He like gets down onto one knee. Fucking hate frogs. Puts his hand to his chest, and like this like radiant glow starts to come out. And I cast Healing Word on myself, and I get 1d4 plus 3 healing.
Nice.
4 plus 7 healing. And then I stand up and pull out the crossbow. Or what I think is my crossbow, but it's actually my guitar, and I'm like, no, that's the wrong one. And I pull out my crossbow and let loose for the king.
For the king.
Or maybe like
Okay.
just take a couple steps aside to get.
Yeah.
see him.
Yeah, you've got more chance to hit the king now.
That's not great. That's a 9.
9 misses, unfortunately. With the other guy charging in the way, he just flies and sticks into the dirt. Okay, that you, Ozzy?
I want that crown. Yeah.
Oceanus again runs, diving into the water. Hops out. And 15. 20. I think he's got. What has he got? 25. Yeah, he's good. He charges towards the king. In fact, what he does, because he threw his fucking trident, he runs across here. 20. Grabs his trident from the floor, dives into the water, out the other side. I think he'll just make it to there. And as he does, he just charges two-handed trident outreach to try and hit the king. Oh, nice. 17 for +4, so that hits. 2d8 plus 2. 2. 10,
2d8
12
plus
damage.
Nice.
Two-handed. You hear the sickening thud as the trident just like stabs into this thing's stomach, and he stabs it, looks him in the eye, and pulls it back out, and this blood squirts out from it. But he's still standing. But it's a good first hit. From there, he stays locked in, and at that,
Did you say looking pretty damaged? Did you say that?
no, it's the first damage on him.
Okay.
He's not pretty damaged yet. At that, the king croaks. You see, as he looks around the battlefield and he sees his second-hand man dead, he croaks out what first sounds like a cry of anguish, then turns into like a croak of rage, and he makes 3 sharp croaks. And as he does, you see this thing rise up from underneath the water. First, just its head, and then its body, and a giant toad comes out from underneath the water.
The fuck?
It jumps 20 feet, 50, 20, and lands just crushing like this bush underneath it. You hear this thud as it whelps into the ground. The king looks at you both and then turns. You get opportunity.
Yeah.
15. Nice. Oceanus gets it as well.
14.
14 misses, but as you miss the swing, Oceanus gets his trident in again for a two-handed. Another 9 damage as he stabs him in the back as he runs. You hear the king cry out, but as he does, he leaps up on top of the toad and
Get
begins
that
to ride him.
A toad riding a toad. Now I've seen everything.
Technically a frog riding a toad. He, from there, just brandishes his royal spear on the back of this toad. And yeah, that's him for now. Scallic.
Fuck it. 5, 10. Gonna go there and just fucking. Do I go for the? Can I reach him where he is?
I'm going to say your reach is like 5 foot into it, so the toad itself is classed as like a 10 foot by 10 foot beast, so you can reach the toad but not the king, unless you have range.
You know. Okay, right, well, I'm just gonna fucking like. Well, I suppose I've got to roll to hit, do I?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, it's a creature, dude.
I'll say 14.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's all, like, let's inflict. I'm just gonna fucking, like, scream a battle rage, just, like, pound my fists into this chest of the frog, and, like, a dark sort of smoke will start, like, coming out from, like, the beating, sort of, like, it's, like, smoke and burning the creature.
Nice.
What the fuck?
Right, add on.
What was it?
27. And I need to roll the d4.
Did you just say 27?
Yeah, he rolled a 27
Three,
on damage.
that's fair.
I can see it.
Holy shit. And did you need to add something?
Yeah,
30.
3 as well, so that's 30.
5. Fuck me.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
And then
Was
a
it-
second giant toad came out of the water.
Yeah. Let me have my giant toad, okay?
What was
Um,
it 3d10?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, fuck me. So you just pummel into the side of it, and as you pummel and hit, the blackness just spreads up one side until one side of the toad is just engulfed in this like smoke and blackness. The toad just bellows out this huge like roar of pain. It's one of its legs is just completely now like muted and broken. The king sort of almost topples off, but manages to hold just. Yeah, it's pretty damaged. Oh shit!
The bonus action. Can I drink my potion?
Yeah, sure.
You couldn't
Yeah,
have
you
rolled.
The potion of Mark. Potion of healing. So
Yeah,
You couldn't have rolled much
what's the
higher
deal
on
with
that,
that?
could you?
no, Jesus.
no, I could not. 2d4 plus 2.
So as you do that, Scalec, it's the final Bullywug's turn. Who is going to try and kill Oceanus?
What?
I mean, he's going to try and hurt Oceanus. Try and kill him, man. Oceanus AC is 12. Ooh, the second one, he hits him on the bite, which is 1d4 plus 1. Full damage. He bites into him, and you see Oceanus now is like scarred and torn from where the bites ripped his skin, and some of his clothes is hanging off. He cries out to you, Styles, "Please, help me!" but holds his ground.
Blackheart turns and says, I don't know what he's saying.
He needs help.
I don't know what he wants.
He needs help. He's going down.
Right, it's the royal. So, the giant toad turns to you, Gallic, and
Oh, you gone pissed him off.
I just imagine.
Through the red mist.
I'm just looking at your character token, just imagine you having a cigar in your mouth constantly, just like sticking out.
19. Misses done it. 19.
19 misses.
This
Bounces
giant
off
toad
the
just
shield.
opens its mouth, which just stretches like larger than you. It turns sideways and goes to bite, but as it does, it puts pressure on its arm that you've just like blackened and burnt and basically broken, and it just buckles and its mouth closes just in front of you. You get this like air of like fish and acid and just foul breath blow at you as the jaws just close like inches in front of your face. The king then looks down at you, raises his spear and jabs towards you, which I'm going to say he's going to have to throw it from up there, because I said it's going to be a 10-foot range and his spear's only thingy. So oh fuck, 2. He lobs his spear, which just sticks into the ground next to you, like as the stick goes, and he's like, "Rah!" His crown now tilted on his head.
I want that
Yeah,
fucking crown.
that's him, Scarrick.
Alright, I'll go for my Warhammer and swing at the bullfrog there. Fuck.
Mhm.
What? I got 7. 11?
11 on the toad. Meets it, beats
Yeah.
it.
Nice.
Roll for damage.
8 plus. So 12, 11.
11. Shit. You bring back a hammer and swing it into the patch where you've just blackened and beaten, and just you see it just peels back, almost like the entire side of him just gets peeled back, and you see the ribs sticking through and all his gory stuff coming out, and it just falls to the side, knocking the king off down next to you as he falls onto his side. And I'm gonna say he gets knocked prone because he's fallen off the thingy. Yeah, you killed it, dude. Where's my prone?
Nice, good hit, Skyrick.
Okay, that final bullywug. On seeing the king fall from the giant toad, this one begins to flee. Oceanus gets opportunity. Which will try with his two-handed trident. 12. 16 hits. 2d8 plus 2 damage.
He did some big hits, Oceanus.
Two-handed melee weapon, mate.
No, but even mine, when I can use my Warhammer two-handed, and it's just 1d10.
This is 1d8 plus.
So his weapon
Oh.
must be sick.
I've been rolling 2d8s.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I was going to say, because when you said it
It's only
earlier, I was
1d8
like,
plus
mine's
2.
only 1d10.
Well, he looks really good on here, and he's helping you guys, so this is not against you. He stabs a trident into the back of this toad, and it just dies as he pins it to the ground. I've had 2 weeks off, okay? All the numbers are too small. Yeah, he kills it, and that's him. Okay, that was Oceanus.
No, that was Oceanus' reaction.
That was Oceanus' reaction. That was Going the Bullywugs. Picard, you're next.
So Picard is going to go 5, 10, 15,
Oh, I don't think Oz is going to get that crown.
25.
He's gonna have to take off the captain's hat then, isn't he?
The captain crown. The captain king.
Put it on top of the captain's hat.
By the end of the campaign, he's just got this stack of hats.
And he's going to reach out his ghost hand and attempt to grab the old Froggy King.
He's prone, so you have advantage on if it's a. Is it a melee attack or is it a thingy? You know?
Well, it's touch, so I presume I could touch him much easier while he's laid on the floor.
Yeah, we'll say you have advantage on touch.
Right.
'Cause it's thing.
Oh, you assume that?
I mean, does 16 hit anyway?
I assume I can touch
Yeah,
people on the
that hits.
floor.
I mean, real life experience. If they're on the floor, you have
Touchy,
advantage on
touchy.
touch.
Yeah, exactly.
Hitch.
Okay, roll damage.
15 damage.
Nice. What is it? Are you doing?
It's basically my inflict wounds. So in my
Nice.
mind, I pass my ghost hand into his head a little bit and just send some energy down my arm into, and he's like,
Mental. Yeah. He's really not looking great now. His eyes sort of glaze over slightly, and he's on the floor prone, just looking up at you. Styles.
Picard's attacks are bloody dark.
oh yeah, and it's just how they're written. I'm not doing it. It says on the sheet that's exactly what happens when you.
It goes through the
Doing the
brain,
instructions,
holds onto them,
okay?
and then they make this noise. Ah, bah, 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 bah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw one of my daggers, flick it in the air, grab the point, and throw it at him. Throw it at
Nice.
the king.
I think you get disadvantage if they're prone for ranged weapons. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, weirdly.
Yeah.
So I roll twice and go for
And take the
shot.
lowest. Yeah. You
So-
can change your attack if you wish. You get advantage of
14.
using melee, and you can dash with your thingy if you want.
14 and 9, so I'm going to use one of my looks, so do I roll them both again?
I just say roll 1 again on luck,
Okay.
because you're just re-rolling your dice, aren't you?
So 14 then, it's the lowest.
unlucky. Just below, as you try and regain your grip on it, it just slips short and he just rolls out of the way. Would have
No,
been a really
if you're
nice
all,
finish time.
if you're all in luck, you get to choose which. So it would be 15. I think that's how it reads.
Oh, what? I thought you were just re-rolling one of your dice. Was it sound like Pat?
Oh, is that how it works? Okay. Because it's disadvantage, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Let me just clear it.
Yeah, no, that's first.
Your 3 luck points. Saving throw. You can
Because he used.
spend one of
he
your luck rolls
placed
to
his 9
choose
with a
Yeah,
which
yeah.
die to
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh well, even if I chose, I'd
Yeah,
still
because
Still be
9 to
14.
14.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
already
yeah,
a 9 for a 14
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
had a 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been a nice finish. Ozzy.
What that
Just
got
running up
there.
and failing to kill the fucking prawn frog.
Oh.
I want to stick at him.
Wait, where was I?
Dragon, use the dragon.
Go here.
5, 10, 15, 20,
The
20.
frog will fucking eat the dragon.
You're at
Use
30
the
there.
dragon.
The dragon, Ellie comes down as Ozzy charges for the final blow, or what she hopes is the final blow, and
Stumbles.
she sees like Ozzy who's been like struggling and reeling in pain, and she doesn't like it. She don't like it, and as she like flies down and like whips her tail out, and like jabs the tail down on the top of like between its eyes like a little stinger, and it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, actually,
I'll
I need
say-
to roll to see if it hits first. 16.
Yeah, 16 hits.
Okay, yeah, no, you need to make a Constitution save.
Con save at
That's
10.
it. You fail. You need an 11. So you take 1d4 plus 2 piercing. That's a 2 plus 2 for 4 piercing damage. And then
Yep.
you rolled a 10, didn't you? So you become poisoned.
Shit. That's disadvantage on attacks, isn't it?
I don't know. Can't remember.
Yeah. Poisoned. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
Shit. It stings it in the eyes, and you see it just like. Its tongue sort of flops out the side. It's still alive, but just. Oceanus.
Go get him, Ellie.
I think we should all just stand
Oh,
around
so
and
so
stamp it on
Ozzy
his
didn't
head.
actually take his go.
Yeah, you've got to go.
Yeah, so Ozzy sees Ellie do that and is like, "Yeah, go get him, Ellie," and then pulls out his what am I holding? A crossbow. fires a crossbow. That's cocked. That's an actual 1. It just shoots wide because I'm like trying
Sticks into the back of Scarrick's helmet.
I'm trying so hard not to like hit Ellie, and like I'm like happy that she's attacking. Like it
It's
flies.
like proper crowded around there, dude.
Like, oh shit! Sorry, guys.
See. Oh shit! He gets advantage because he's prone, Denny. Thank God. Yeah. Oceanus comes and with his proper trident. Goddamn D&D. 7 damage. He just comes up and sticks his trident. Both hands down into this toad, just pinning it to the floor, and you just hear this as the
Death
breath leaves it.
As that happens,
hmm
you see. I'm assuming it's dead.
Yeah, it's dead.
You see Ellie, like, zoom in real quick and scoop the ground up with her tail off its head.
Nice.
and fly to me. I don't know if you want to make a check for that, but that's what she's going to try and do.
It's a dead corpse. She'd be able to do it. Yeah. I don't think you need to
I don't
check.
know if Pike Out was going for the crown. That was all.
Depends. If it's a challenge thing, then you would. But
That's
like,
what
are you going for the crown?
Like that is not going for the crowd.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
And
happy as a
anyway.
captain. Doesn't want to be king.
Yeah, she like scoops it up and brings it over to Ozzy and goes like, "I'm the king now. I'm king of the toads. Ooh, look at
And as
me.
you
I'm frog king."
try and put it on, you have to adjust it slightly because your horns are currently protruding. You have to sort of move it forward, slot it on one horn, get it on the other, and sort of wedge
Yeah.
it onto your head to get it on. Nice. Well,
Fucking frogs. Oceanus, why did you fucking run off chasing the frogs? Fucking idiot.
Oceanus says to you, Styles,
should have stuck to the path.
I guess that's how frog spawn's made. And he sort of laughs.
What did you say, Styles? Was it a good joke?
He said you look good in the crown.
Yeah, I do. I can imagine I do.
But he's still hurt, so if anyone can heal him and me, because I'm a little bit poorly as well.
Well,
Yes.
of course.
Please.
And I'll give. I've got 15, so
I would rather not use the spell slot, but I can if we need to.
yeah, I've got one spell slot to use, but I don't want to. So, but I've got.
I had to
Leon.
use one on
Oceanus
the
has
slot.
6 HP.
How does
I'll
he?
give him 10,
I have 8.
and then I'll give 5.
We could take a short. We could take a short rest here
Styles.
and get some.
Use your hit die.
Use your hit die if you want to save some. Scarrig.
You can
could-
use a hit die on a short rest. What?
Yeah.
If you take a short rest, how long is a short rest? Like half an hour, an hour,
Yeah, an hour to 2, I think, is the thing.
and then you,
You
can,
can
roll
Find
your
your
hit
wounds, and then you
dice.
have. Yeah, your hit dice are at the top of your box.
If you click short rest at the top, you can see how many hit die you have.
Oh, it's a short rest.
Oh,
Um,
I didn't realise that.
hit dice, I've got 3, so it's.
So you
You
can
can
roll.
use as many as you want.
1d8
Or is it one per
plus 1.
No, you can use as many as you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
So
roll a
one-
d8 plus
one-
1, and you can as 1, and you can have that.
Well, let's take a short rest then.
5.
Let's take a wee short rest. That was quite the excursion there.
So,
I'm
so
gonna
what's it
start
said? I can
washing
use
off
up to
that
3
spot.
for each short
Up
rest.
to
so
3, yeah. But then
Yeah,
they
so-
don't regenerate till the end of the day. So you take a long rest, then you regenerate 1 for every long rest, I think.
Can't remember.
I don't know.
It's something like that. They regenerate at a long rest anyway, but
I go over to this crate and kick it open. See what's inside.
Okay.
While we're resting or whatever.
That's
you
it.
find absolutely nothing. Nah, joking. You kick
Yeah, I'm
open
gonna
a
do
crate,
another short rest then.
and inside is like materials, similar material to what they were dressed in, but a bit finer, a bit nicer. And as you sort of pull back the top bit, you see an interesting item inside. It's helmet that covers the full head down to like the cheek level. There are 2 large slots for the eyes with eyebrows mounted above, and the mouth is like a semicircle with pointed teeth, which remind you of shark's teeth inside. The most prominent thing of this gold mottled helmet is a large fin that goes from the top all the way down the back in a solid gold that runs all the way down.
Whoa, check this out. I'll hold it up to everyone. Look at this fancy helmet.
Hey, it's not bad that. It's good craftsmanship.
I'd take the crown off and put it on. How does it look?
Does it
so
work
as you-
with the horns?
You realise it requires attunement, and you do struggle to get it on with your horns. To be fair, you probably can't fit it on your head.
I cast Identify on it.
As you take the time in your short rest to identify it, you see it as. If you have a look in your journal,
A helm of underwater action. While wearing this brass helmet, you can breathe underwater. You gain dark vision with a range of 60 feet, and you gain a swimming speed of 30 feet.
I need that. I need that.
That could come in very handy.
I mean,
For our sea
that's
adventures.
a handy tool for you to have there, Ozzy.
That
Oh, why don't you try it on again? Just to see if it fits you nicely there.
I'm sure I could get him the horns somehow. Oh, god damn it.
Oh, what a shame it doesn't fit. Oh no.
Fuck. Damn these horns.
I don't know what
Well,
you do with it.
one of you
Yeah.
could try it on if you want to go swimming.
Oh well, I suppose I'll give it a go. I suppose, and I'll slip it on.
Nice. Yeah.
What is it? Is it? It's
Uh,
a
You have to
like a
attune to it.
gold helmet. Is there a picture?
Yeah, you have to attune to it. So it's a wondrous item.
Oh, fucking hell.
So you feel a magical essence about it, and if you sit in your short rest, I think it's a couple of hours you have to do for attunement.
Okay, so I'll
Um,
just put it back for now then.
Yeah.
You can do it as
Or
in
you
a
can
short
just
rest. I
wear it
think.
in a
Okay,
yeah, you
just
can do
wear
it in a short rest.
Alright, yeah, I'll wear it then.
It's in your journal if you want to look at. So, as you take your short rests and then travel back to the road, after a few more hours, you see a river before you. It stretches northwesterly. God damn these fucking maps. Stretches northwesterly. And just let me show you something. You see,
I would have used a hit die.
yeah, so anyone who wants to use hit die, use hit die.
Yeah, I used one.
6.
How are people looking health-wise? Because I've got more health healing to give out without using a
I
spell.
used two of the hit die, but I didn't make it roll for me. I don't think I just clicked the box and did it.
Yeah, you need to actually roll them, so it's...
Yeah, but then I added them on myself.
Oh,
That
yeah.
makes sense. I rolled them.
Oh, right, yeah, you calculated yourself, yeah.
So, you see an inlet of water.
Oceanus looking, sorry, Paul.
He is bad, but he will use hit die. He doesn't have hit die, but I'll just presume. What are yours?
Mine's
I
1d8.
got
plus
1d10
Yeah, 1d8
plus 2.
I'll use 1d8 plus 1 on him. 3, 4. I'll use 2d8 plus 1 on him. He recovers 8. Let me drag him on. Oh god, he's tiny. Sorry, I'll just find out what he's on because it'll be important for next time. He's on 14.
Well, I'm going to give him... What's his HP normally?
Like 30 odd.
I'll give him 10.
So he goes to
And
24.
who else is bad? And I'll just get rid of the other 5.
I've got 18 out of 21. So if you've got any going free,
Oh. I've been looking for this for ages and I couldn't find where it was. I knew there was something that Bard could do with short rests. So, as we sat down with a short rest, Ozzy pulls out his guitar and is just like riffing on the guitar, just playing some just jamming a little bit, playing some melodies. And anyone who uses a hit die, you get an extra 1d6 on top of that as well.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah,
sorry, James. Did you say you give me any? Or
yeah,
not?
I gave you that 3, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm back to full health.
So,
Nice. That extra 6 is sick.
as your journey ends,
All the way.
and it begins to come dusk again, the sun... What time do you set off, actually? You set off mid-morning, so yeah, it's like mid-afternoon now. You see the ocean begins to come in. Well, this river begins to feed into the ocean. There's loads of small islands throughout it. You see your path splits off to the left, which seems to head towards the ocean, and the right, which heads towards a small river crossing where the river is shallower and muddy. As you come across, you see the marsh stretches, but ahead of you is a large 80-foot mound that protrudes from the marsh. You can see, cutting through the now low grass, clear trails one that seems to lead to a large inlet in the mountainside, and another that seems to lead across the coast. This appears to be the lair that you're looking for. And that is where we're going to end for tonight.
Ooh-wee.